Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a story about what if Naruto summons manda chunin exams. Before I start, please support for more amazing content, and do consider subscribing to my channel and share this video with your friends. This is written by uchiha shodai and link in description and support writer. Let's start the video. Meeting a snake. Naruto was in the Hokage tower reading a small book on chakra control while waiting for the old man to finish his council meeting. Normally a boy at his age would be out playing with other kids his age. I mean, what 6-year-old rather read a book than go out and play? But then again, Naruto never was a normal boy, as he held the most powerful demon at bay using his own body. Not that Naruto knew or the villagers believe it to be so. On his 5th birthday, Naruto was beaten to within an inch of his life by the civilians and civilian-turned shinobi wannabes, which the Hokage killed every one on arrival and sent the Umbu that was supposed to protect him to Ibiki and decided to teach Naruto the basics and stealth to evade any future attacks. Now, the Hokage was walking through the hall to meet Naruto, who was waiting for him. He groaned as he remembered the council meeting went. Flashback. The meeting. Hokage-sama, please understand that the thing is too dangerous to be left alive, a chubby civilian member said. That's enough, I have had it with you stupid members. He has not hurt a fly. The next time any of you come with that request, I want him to have hurt someone from Konoha or an ally of Konoha with proof. Then, and only then, I will give him a punishment that would fit his crime, said the Hokage. Hokage-sama, I heard from a source that the boy is being trained in stealth by you directly, said a mummified and crippled Danzo. The Hokage knew that Danzo had still been running his route behind the shadows but had no proof. He would be damned if he let Naruto become emotionless than he already is. Yes, Danzo, he is after last year's incident. I want him to be able to avoid being beaten half to death. And no, Danzo, you will not train him, said the fire shadow. But Hokage-sama, you can't show favoritism to one person, said an unnamed council member. Yes, but any other 6-year-old boy is not hated by the whole village, is it now? If there is nothing else, today's meeting is adjourned, said you know who. Flashback end. Hiruzen entered his office to see Naruto reading a chakra exercise book on tree walking. Hiruzen knew that this was a genin level exercise but decided to teach him for two very important reasons. 1, he had too much chakra and he would need to control it if he wants to do a normal clone, and 2, he could use it to escape the mobs. Heck, he had even let Naruto learn henge to go into libraries and shops. Hiruzen was nothing but amazed at the rate of Naruto's growth. He had chunin level stealth, learned the basic academy style. This style helps the body to adapt to other styles. Henge, leaf floating, and was now trying to master the tree walking. He was more than halfway up a tree but could not make it all the way, so now he was reading the book to figure out what he was doing wrong. Hiruzen had also taken an I.Q test from Naruto without him knowing and was shocked. Naruto had an I.Q of 110. He was 6-year-old, for crying out loud. He had high expectations from him was an understatement, but he could not teach Naruto anything else. So he settled to playing a game of shogi with the boy once a week. Heck, he could not even participate in teaching Naruto anything other than stealth, so he often forgot a book on the table while going to meetings or doing paperwork with Naruto would read while waiting. Naruto, did you have a good read? The old man said with a smile. Hi Gigi, Naruto said calmly with a little smile. Naruto, I have a lot of paperwork to do. Would you mind heading to the library to continue your reading? The old man said. Naruto nodded as he handed the Hokage his book and headed towards the library to try to learn something of use. Naruto had learned the hard way that he was weak, and he was angry at himself for not being strong enough to protect himself. Grr, damn it, if I can't even protect myself, how in the world am I supposed to protect my precious people? He thought as he headed to out the Hokage tower. Hiruzen sighed. Naruto had gotten much colder after the incident. If he didn't know better, he would think that Naruto was a rude member, but he had personally made sure that Naruto was warned about Danzo, not directly, but Naruto was a smart kid, and as such knew how to take a hint. With Naruto was running through the Forest of Death, aka Training Ground 44, as he had let his guard down. Now he was running in zigzags and making fake trails, but they were still after him. Naruto was very smart for his age, but he did not know why the orphanage kicked him out 2 years ago. He didn't know why he was glared at by the villagers. He didn't know why he was beaten. He didn't even know why he was given rotten food at high prices, but what he knew was he would find out everything. He knew that he hated this whole village with the exception of 3 people. He has not started the academy yet, so he has yet to meet Irika. He was snapped out of his thoughts. He fell down a hole covered completely in leaves, and the mob saw it. Ha 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 ha, not even the demon can survive that fall. Even if he did, that was a snake hole, and a big one too. He would be eaten right away. A civilian turned chunin shouted out, as the mob started to go, not wanting to be in the place any longer. In the snake hole. Ouch, that really hurt. Damn it, shouted Naruto as he fell on his ass. I really need to concentrate while running. Where in the world am I now? I need to get out before the mob decides to come in after me, as he ran through the hole. 5 minutes later. Wow, shouted Naruto as in front him was a giant snake sleeping. Maybe I still am a little stupid. I should leave, as he quietly turned away and tried to leave but froze when he heard a hiss. Slowly turning his head, he saw a huge, and I mean manda huge snake with blue skin. Think of manda only blue. Who dares enter my domain? The snake hissed. My name is Naruto, the boy was able to stutter out as he was shocked and scared that this snake was not only strong but seemed to be intelligent as well. What are you doing in a place like this, boy? The snake hissed again. Naruto felt fear for his life that he only felt twice before, almost starving to death 2 years ago when he was kicked out of the orphanage, and last year when he was almost killed. He hated feeling weak. No, there is no way I'm going down without a fight. There is no way I will just let this overgrown talking snake eat him alive. I am Naruto Uzumaki. I was being chased by some civilians and shinobis and I fell down, said Naruto, now completely determined to fight to his last breath. This change in spirit was noticed by the mighty snake. There was only one other person that looked at him with this much determination, the snake's Sannin Orochimaru, and he hated that no longer human with all its being. What's with the look, boy? The snake hissed loudly. I will fight you. I am no one's dinner. You will have to kill me before you can even eat my thumb, shouted Naruto. You think you can defeat me? The mighty Senshi, the snake hissed in anger. No, to be honest, I know this is my final day, but it does not mean I can't fight for my life, stated Naruto. Senshi was surprised. All his life he had never met a boy like this one, not even among the years he ruled the snakes before Orochimaru and his own brother Manda attacked and took over, making him the guardian of his base in Konoha. Senshi smiled. He was happy that this base he was guarding had almost all of Orochimaru's jutsu scrolls. If he helped the kid and made him his personal summons, no, he was too old, but his son, who was only an egg, could rise and take back all that Manda and Orochimaru stole. With interest, he thought, as his smile turned to a full-blown grin. Naruto, on the other hand, was confused, frustrated, or even both. The giant snake in front of him was grinning. Ha 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 ha, tell you what, boy. If you pass my test, I will not only spare your life, I will give you powers of your snake Sannin Orochimaru. So what do you say? Power? I can finally be strong enough to protect them. I am Tucci and even Gigi, bring it on. CHP 1 end. The Saizen's acid. Fine, but first, boy, I have a question. What do you plan to do with the power that you will obtain? Senshi asked the blonde, wanting to know if he would just turn into another Orochimaru. I will protect my precious people, all three of them, stated Naruto with determination. 3? I thought that even an orphan would have more friends than that. Wait, he said he was being chased. What is he, a thief or something? Saizen thought. Oh yes, you told me you are being chased. Might I know why? Senshi asked. You don't know, it's been like that for as long as I remember, Naruto told the snake, starting to get depressed. He has been hated all his life. That was not a lie. I can feel the sadness from his words. No, it can't be, but that would explain a lot. But I have to be sure. Boy, pull up your shirt, asked Senshi. What? No way, Naruto shouted. There was no way he would strip for power. Baka, I'm a male too. Just to make sure that you have enough physic to start training now. Do as I say and push some chakra through your chakra system, hissed Senshi. Ooh, okay, I guess, he said, pulling his shirt up. That seal, I knew that the boy is a Jinchuriki. This could make things complicated. Storing things inside him will be so much harder, but this also makes it a challenge, and I never back down from a good challenge. Good, you can put it down and let's get you through the gate. It will be your own training ground. Come, you have much to learn. Naruto slowly walks through the open gates. It was huge: 2 bedroom, 1 living room, 1 huge library, and 1 room that Senshi forbid him going into until he was deemed ready. Whatever that was, Naruto went to the library and started reading the scrolls. There were hundreds of Fuinjutsu, Ninjutsu, Taijutsu, Genjutsu and Kenjutsu. He opened one scroll to find a seal, but he didn't know much about seals. He had seen the Umbu cat has a hidden katana that she keeps in a seal on her arm. He tried to channel some chakra into the seal, but nothing happened, so he left it alone for now. Senshi was letting Naruto walk around, read some books before he starts his training, and what he heard about Jinchuriki was true, then knew just the jutsu to speed his training up a notch, or maybe several notches. Damn, I'm getting excited. Do not let me down, boy, or you really might have that fight. While eyeing Naruto. Boy, enough looking around, get here, I have something I want you to learn, shouted Senshi. Ouch, my eardrums, you really have to step your volume down. Well, what are we going to do first, said Naruto, restless to grow stronger. I want you to learn the Kage Bunshin. You have 1 day to learn. No, that's too long. 3 hours, and to motivate you, if you get it in 1 hour, then I will teach you my personal version of the snake-style taijutsu. So what do you think? It might be one of the few things about Orochimaru that is not here in the library. The scroll will be available in the library. Your time starts now. What? Hey, no fair, you started too suddenly, damn it, as he rushed to get the scroll from the library. 50 minutes later. Hey, old snake, I've done it from the training ground. The snake used the tunnels to get to the training ground, planning to see how many he could make, and yell at him for calling him old. Senshi finally made his way to the training ground, only to be shocked there were about 90 solid bunshins. He is only 6, and it's about evening, so him being Naruto is starving for ramen. His total for a day right now is 150. He had to test it to make sure. He took his tail and hit the closest, only to see all others going poof. He sweat dropped as he realized that was the real Naruto. 2 hours later, around 8 o'clock. Ouch, my head, what happened? Sensei, you hit me hard. Naruto whined. Stop whining, it's good for your pain tolerance. Anyway, training begins tomorrow. Be back at 0600 HRS sharp, and not a word about this to anyone. If Orochimaru finds out, he will have a fit, and then you for breakfast. Got it? Senshi looked down, expecting the blonde to whine again. Hi, Sensei, Naruto said in a professional manner, as he started to walk away. This kid is something else. He is surpassing all of my expectations. Ha ha ha, kid, I will turn you into a legend, and not just any, the first snake sage. Ha ha ha, Orochimaru, soon your head will be on my wall, and Manda at the tip of my tail. I will give him my son tomorrow. Sleep well, kid, from tomorrow your life will be hell on earth. He, though, as he turned to go sleep himself, when from the corner of his eye he saw Naruto stop and head back. Hey, Senshi-sensei, which way's out? Asked Naruto. Senshi's sweat dropped, and showed Naruto the way out. Naruto got out a few miles to the east. Still inside the forest of death, the first thing he did was henge into a civilian, and headed to Ichiraku Ramen to eat ramen, although he does not keep his identity a secret from them. Walking through the village was much easier this way and helped keep him out of trouble. After stuffing himself, Naruto goes directly to the shinobi library under henge of a newly passed genin he saw around town, as the basics were not at Orochimaru's base. Well, not that Naruto could blame him. Why would a sannin keep ninja basics at his base? Before heading home, Naruto made sure to buy a few kunais and shurikens and 20 wooden swords for training. 2 weeks later, Naruto had finally gotten enough flexibility to use the snake fist, not original, yesterday, as this was completely physical, so shadow clones had to go out to the shinobi library to learn more exercises and jutsus. As of now, he knew 2 more chakra control exercises, water walking and kunai balancing. Although kunai balancing had not been mastered, he had mastered tree walking and water walking. Also, he had also started on the basic snake-tailed, original in my point of view, kenjutsu as well. Naruto had also started the beginner's fuinjutsu, but that was not all he had received. A snake egg, which would be his personal summon. Like manda being Orochimaru's, Senshi said that the egg would require constant watch, warmth, and would feed on Naruto's chakra as well, and in exchange it would be loyal to Naruto. 3 months later. Today was Naruto's 7th birthday. He had mastered kunai balancing and kunai rotation, even started waterfall walking. This was the last chakra exercise before starting to learn justices. He had almost finished the basics for snake fist and had started intermediate snake-tailed kenjutsu. The egg had come somewhat close to hatching, or so he was told. Senshi estimated that Naruto was low to mid-genin in terms of speed and strength, and had learned Kawarimi no Jutsu and Shunshin no Jutsu as a birthday gift Senshi gave Naruto. The snake summoning contract, he tried it for the first time and got a baby snake, but by time he was able to get better. Hokage gave him a book about strategies to further increase his IQ. Naruto was getting better in shogi, so the old man changed games often to chess and other strategic games. Naruto has almost finished beginner's fuinjutsu. He was now able to make storage seals and weak explosion seals. 2 years later, now 9 years old, Naruto had finished learning intermediate, and was in the middle of advanced snake fist and snake-tailed kenjutsu. He had also learned intermediate fuinjutsu. He could use evil sealing method, advanced storage seals and huge exploding tags. He had mastered binding snake glare spell, hidden shadow snake hands, shadow snake poisoned assassination, 1, from Senshi, and temporary paralysis technique, wind release, vacuum sphere, wind release, air bullet, wind release, drilling air bullet, earth release, hiding like a mole technique, ninja art, whack-a-mole jutsu, earth release shadow clone from ninjutsu. Naruto had also joined the academy last year, but he had seen only 9 students worth mentioning. There was Sasuke Uchiha, who was the rookie of the year. He was from the Uchiha clan that was one of the co-founders of the Leaf Village. The clan had a very strong bloodline that made even Orochimaru keep documents on them. Their eyes were able to copy any type of jutsu which was not bloodline related. He would do something about them. Naruto has been working on 2 particular seals, one that disallowed them to copy Naruto's jutsus, and other that redirects the chakra that tries to the eyes back into his system. Sasuke was also the last Uchiha after Itachi killed the whole clan, leaving 2 Sasuke and Itachi as the only remaining Uchiha. He also noted that Sasuke had strong fire ninjutsu and taijutsu and could dispel low-level genjutsu, but his down points were that he was very hot-headed and arrogant, in other words a true Uchiha. Hinata Hyuga, heiress to the Hyuga clan, Naruto was wary of due to her eyes the Byakugan. He did not want anyone to know about his training or the snakes wrapped around his waist for his protection. Hinata seems to have a flexible body which mixed with gentle fist into a much more deathly art, but for that to happen she had to break out of her shy personality. Shino Aburame, heir to the Aburame clan, was calm, quiet and calculative. Naruto was almost sure that Shino knew about Naruto's chakra levels. He found Shino was able to hide his emotions amazingly well, also that Shino, like every one of his clan, viewed everything by a logical view. Naruto decided the best way to defeat him would be to learn a fire jutsu, and fry his Kakashi literally. Kiba Inuzuka was loud-mouthed, arrogant and a hot-headed carefree baka, but he was good physicality with a partner that understands him and his attacking patterns, and also had good stamina and a great nose. Ino Yamanaka is the heiress to the Yamanaka clan, that has amazing jutsus which allowed them to enter other people's mind among other things, but Ino is a fangirl that does not train. While she had potential, she has to break out of the fangirlish attitude. Choji Akimichi was kind-hearted and heavy-boned, perfect shape for the Akimichi clan's jutsus. Choji loves eating chips, as he was always seen with one of them. He seems to hate when people call him fat. Shikamaru Naruto, to spell him in one word was difficult but too easy. Those were lazy genius. The shogi match that Naruto played with Shikamaru, he had the time of his life. He almost lost a dozen of times, and every time he came close to winning, the Naruto would go into a thinking pose and find a way out. Their matches lasted hours, enough to make Shikamaru's parents Shikaku and Yoshino come looking for Shikamaru, only to find Naruto and Shikamaru both in a thinking pose. Naruto was trying to see if the thinking pose really works, while Shikamaru was trying to think out his way out of a bind. They both opened their eyes, staring straight at each other. Shikamaru plays first. Naruto played at a very fast speed, both trying to use various strategies against the other, until finally, "What a drag I give," said Shikamaru in a lazy tone. Shika's parents were a lot more than shocked. Both of them knew how smart Shikamaru was, especially his father, who saw the patterned attacks they used. He really needed to have a talk with the Hokage as he watched his wife dragging his only son home. Flashback. 1 year and 1 week ago, Naruto was going to train after the academy. Now he had to wake up at 0500 HRS to do his physical workout and stretches to make sure he still had the flexibility needed to use Snake Fist. He entered the underground base and pulled the egg which was shaking since the academy. He was actually scared it might hatch there and bust him up. Senshi, the egg shaking, Naruto shouted. He had no idea what to do. What? He took it long enough. Hey you baka, why ain't you feeding my boy your chakra? Said a smiling Senshi. What? Oh right, sorry, he said as he started channeling chakra to the egg. Crack. The egg started to break as he added chakra into the egg. When it finally broke completely and a light blue, same as Naruto's eyes, snake came out. He was just like his father, although the first thing his father noticed how potential his chakra was, as his son's chakra was already more dense than his own. As the boy grew, he started to consider Naruto as a brother and Senshi his father, although he really is. He had a unique ability to create a blue acid, so he was named Saizen. During the 12 months that had passed, Saizen was able to compress his acid into ball and shoot them rapidly with accuracy. He called them Saizen bullets. It was also discovered that he has an amazing healing rate. Senshi theorized that Naruto must have unknowingly mixed some of the fox's chakra, which also explained why he had such a potent chakra. Then he learned his father's Doku, venomous rain, Doku, poison bite, snake style. Binding death. Saizen also learned to channel chakra through its body to make it move faster, and was planning to learn how to shred his skin later, but right now he wanted to be faster, stronger to protect his bro from the villagers. Saizen was currently the size of one of Orochimaru's many hidden shadow snake hands. Ch2. I leave my village in your care. 2 years later. Another 2 years had passed and Naruto had finally mastered Snake Fist and Snake-tailed Kenjutsu and stated learning Kenjutsus of the snakes. Naruto had come really far. He now had enough power to rival the copycat no Kakashi. Naruto had mastered the wind release and earth release. He even had a couple fire jutsus but was not close to a master yet. He had mastered a lot of ninjutsu, as the amount of clone he could do was almost 2,000 at a time. Some wind styles jutsus he learned include wind release, vacuum great sphere, wind release, vacuum blade, wind release, slash, wind release, great breakthrough, wind release, wind cutter technique, wind release, pressure damage and wind release, wind walk. Some earth style jutsus H learn include earth release, double suicide decapitation technique, earth release, earth style wall, earth release, mud snakes, earth release, iron skin, earth release, fist rock technique and earth release, stone snakes. The few fire style he knows include fire release, running fire, fire release, flame bullet and fire release, dragon fire technique. But ninjutsu was not the only thing that Naruto had mastered. Fuinjutsu to the level he was on the same ground as Jiraiya of the Sannin. Naruto was nothing less than a prodigy in this field, although any sane person would agree that that was not the only field Naruto was a prodigy in, that is if anyone knew of his real skills. He had finally created both of his seals 2 months ago. These seals, the sealing art, Jujutsu seal, Fuinjutsu Uji. It's mine, not your seal. Or you could call it Black System seal. Because all the Sharingan can see is his body totally blackened. The first seal allowed him to disable a Sharingan, awakened or not, Byakugan, and maybe even Rinnegan. He had never gotten to experiment on one before. Yes, Naruto had been experimenting for the last year and a half, as Senshi wanted Naruto to do some improvements to Saizen that would be discussed later. Right now, where was I? Oh yes, but those two were not the only seals he had created. Some seals he, not me, created include healing tags, anti-rape seals, anti-interrogation seals, anti-pregnancy seals and improved four-corner sealing barrier. I know Tsunade makes this, but fanfiction is mine and I have a plan. Some seals he learned include sealing art, 5 elements seal, sealing art, 5 elements unseal, sealing art, 4 limbs waiting seal, tailed beast extraction seal, and I know I have a lot of plans, but this one I explain in this chapter. For violet flames formation. Naruto had created a number of fake identities that he uses to sell anti-rape seals and anti-pregnancy seals. Naruto had put a cloaking seal on top to not let anyone copy his seals and made sure that it was foolproof. If anyone but the person wearing its chakra touches it, shoots out strong wind blades. Naruto had made a fortune, most likely more than what he would have gotten in his father's inheritance, but right now his business was stuck. He needed a transport company which was reliable, and the only one close by was Gato Core, which wasn't reliable at all. Naruto had started investing his money, slowly getting more and more land and power in Konoha. He has yet to have enough to be a civilian council member. Naruto had learned more snake jutsus as well, like soft physique modification, Orochimaru Ryu no Kawarimi no Jutsu, many hidden shadow snake hands, attack prevention jutsu. I think this is the jutsu that he uses to melt with the ground, and vanishing facial copy technique. Naruto currently was using a chakra conducting Chakudo, which specially made on order by the best swordsmith in the land of iron, and it had costed him 300,000 rios. Naruto had gave this order about 1 year and 2 months ago, and the sword came in at the beginning of last month, and he was satisfied. This was almost perfect. Almost, but that was okay because this was only temporary. He would not settle for anything less than the legendary blade Kusanagi. He had also met Kurama a year ago, when Senshi decided that Naruto should start to use his tenant's chakra. While making him agree was very hard, but Naruto was able to strike a deal with him that Naruto would release all the bijus to a mirror world, and in this mirror world there would be no humans, just animals, and he had changed the scenery inside. The mindscape to a forest, and the cage had changed to a collar. Flashback. Naruto had been meditating for what seemed like hours, but it was worth it, he hoped. Naruto started walking through steel corridors. I made Naruto's mindscape different. He had been walking for a couple of minutes when he saw red water on the path. Naruto knew he must be close, so he slowly walked through the corridors, but he was very cautious even if his face did not show it. Naruto stopped in front of a cage. He could feel unbelievable power inside the seal, then suddenly a pair of red eyes that radiated enough killing intent. K.I from now, to kill. A boy his age was set on him. Well, look who's come to play my tin and how may I be of service, said the Nine Tails. I want to strike a deal, Naruto said with determination. No, so leave, said the Kyuubi. Just hear me out, okay, Naruto requested. No. I said leave, human, answered Kyuubi. What? Why? Naruto questioned. Because I don't want anything to do with you stupid hairless apes, Kyuubi growled. Wait, two can help, I can change scenery on and give you access to my senses, anything, Naruto told the beast. I want to be free, Kyuubi murmured. Done, I'll see if there, Naruto tried to say but was cut off. No, I don't want to be free only to be sealed again. I want the sealing of me and my family to stop, that is what I want, Kyuubi said very seriously. Naruto's mind was blank. That's impossible. This world was filled with a thirst for power and people wouldn't think twice about wait, that's it, if this world can't do then another would. Fine, but it will take a lot of time, and I want a way to use your chakra when you're gone, stated Naruto. Kyuubi eyed him closely, trying to detect a lie or negative emotions, but seeing none he felt hope to finally be free. Good, my name is Kurama by the way, but enough chit-chat, I can't have you dying on my one chance, let's begin, Kurama said as red chakra rushed towards Naruto. Flashback end. Naruto could go only one tails, but that was enough for now. Sadly, a problem came when Naruto goes one-tailed cloak. All the snakes on his body got burned, so he had to put summoning seals on his body to use snake jutsus now. Naruto had also been able to unlock the red box that was quite heavily sealed. It seems that it contained information on his cursed seal. Naruto had to admit the power granted was good, but this was incomplete. Naruto would have to make some snake bring it to him at a later date. Yes, Naruto knew of Orochimaru's base, his spy Kabuto, and his plans with Sasuke and his Sharingan. Naruto had control of most of the snake summons, as almost all of them hated Manda and his ways, so Naruto was able to know every move Orochimaru would make and plan against it. But enough about Naruto, let's move on to Saizen. Saizen was bigger than most snake summons now, except Manda and his father, and stronger too. He had learned almost all of his father's jutsus and created new jutsus for his unique acid like Sand Release, Saizen Geyser, Sand Release, Rain of the Blue Acid, and Sand Release. Blue Acidic Bite from his father. He had learned to shred his skin. Also Horizontal Vertical Slash. It attacks with chakra concentrated to its tail, Concentrated Stab, Rapid Stab, and Secret Ace he got from Naruto's experimenting. Saizen Healing was amazing. He could heal any part of his body in minutes unless he was cut in half. It's been 2 years since Naruto had started getting more requests to play shogi by Shikamaru, and sometimes even Shikaku, who had a nice chat with the Hokage about what he had seen 2 years ago. Flashback 2 years ago. Hokage-sama, could you explain to me why Naruto could play shogi so well, questioned Shikaku. It's not only shogi that he is good at, Shikaku, he is good at all types of strategy games. Believe me, I know I was the one that plays with him, but I'm curious how he caught your attention. I mean, it almost impossible to make you pay attention, he said with a sigh. Yoshino dragged me there to find Shikamaru and ended up finding them using advanced strategies, Shikaku mumbling about troublesome women. Yes, I do remember gifting him a book on advanced strategies. He really is a rare gem, as smart as a Nara, as calculative as a Aburame, as stamina as Inuzuka, and as much chakra as a Kage, all at such young age, the Kage said, smiling softly. Troublesome, how smart exactly, asked the curious and lazy Shikaku. His I.Q level is above 195. End flashback. Naruto had to admit Shikaku was better than the old man. He had even pointed some of Naruto's mistakes and showed Naruto ways to do better. Right now Naruto was in class and he was bored as hell. He was wearing, well, just imagine Naruto the most long-sleeved kick-ass outfit you can, or if too you're lazy like me, imagine Naruto wearing Sasuke's Shippuden outfit without the purple thing on the back or the sword. Naruto kept that one sealed at all times. Naruto was currently learning a jutsu that is very important for the next part of his training. What is it, you ask? You don't? Well, I'll tell you anyway. It's the infamous Jutsu Blood Clone Jutsu. Yes, Naruto was learning the blood clone. He needed to go to Uzugakure. While Naruto knew it was in ruins, it was the only place that had anything he could use to increase his Fuin Jutsu. And also, if his snake informant was true, there was something there that could help him turn Orochimaru's plans to his favor. And also, this was where he was going to meet the White Snake Sage, because if Naruto went to Ryuchi's cave, he would definitely be seen by Manda. So Naruto and Saizen were leaving to learn Sage mode, since Senshi had the base to guard. As the White Sage had also hated the way that Manda was defaming the Snake Clan but killing hundreds of snakes, his own sons before they were born. That was the limit. But that would have to wait, since the jutsu requires the user's blood. He was all alone to learn, so he was alone, and had to make sure he did not die of blood loss. 2 weeks passed and Naruto had finally finished. He did the necessary seals and said blood clone jutsu. Out of the blood drops that fell to the ground rose a person that looked exactly like Naruto, just as smart, only this clone was high Genin to low Chunin. Naruto made sure to put 2 tails worth of chakra into him as a backup, and for the slight chance that he may need it. Soon he would be ready to overthrow both Manda and Orochimaru. Using vanishing facial copy technique, Naruto was able to get out of town. As Naruto jumped to a tree, he looked back at the village. Naruto was fighting inside to let, or better yet help, Orochimaru destroy the leaf before their fight, or to help the leaf against Orochimaru. He turned around. He would think about it when he had the power to actually do one of or both of those things. Ch3. Thing you want to know. Till after the invasion arc, Kakashi's decisions were clouded by the council and trying to see himself and Obito and Sasuke. From this chapter, Naruto is cold but good. He will not tell the Hokage about the invasion and won't help until he thinks that the village has suffered enough pain. Pairing also done. Sorry, honestly I think Taiya is pretty, but her talking style, well, you know. Tenten is a weapon expert, not kenjutsu, and against an element user just being able to throw a weapon is not good enough. Koyuki is daimyo of the snow. She has a village to control. It just won't work out. Konan is beautiful, strong and kind, and she could be a spy inside the Akatsuki for Naruto, but meaning they will have to be apart for most of the time. Yugao Yuzuki/Katambu is also strong, kind, and a kenjutsu expert, which means they have a common point. Plus I think she was thought by Kushina, not sure though, so I'm going with Yugao Yuzuki. Collision in the wave. 1 year 3 months later. Many things had happened in the year that had passed. The blood clone Naruto had graduated from the academy with the clan heads, and a few civilians had failed the test that followed, but at least they had a good run. Mizuki was caught by Umbu while trying to steal the forbidden scroll for Orochimaru since Naruto had passed. Sasuke, Sakura and Naruto was in Team 7 with Kakashi Hatake. Ino, Shikamaru and Choji was in Team 8 with Asuma Sarutobi. Hinata, Kiba and Shino was in Team 9 with Kurenai Yuhi. These three were the only three teams that was able to make it past the test. Kakashi was impressed by Sasuke. He was cold, smart, and strong just like he was, and he was also an uchiha, the only chance to make it up to Obito, but failed to see and judge on his and Sakura. The first 3 months had all been team training and had only been doing teamwork exercises while Sasuke was getting special lessons the other two had never complained about. This though Naruto was used to not being taught anything, and Sakura was happy just watching her Sasuke train. Right now Team 7 was doing a C-ranked mission of protecting their client from bandits. The name of this particular client was Tazuna, who seems to be a bridge builder. The T had already been attacked by the demon brothers that had been taken out by Sasuke and Naruto. They had questioned Tazuna, who tried to emotionally blackmail them. Although it was only good on Sakura, it looked like Sasuke was more eager to do the mission and prove himself, and thus it was decided that they would continue. Though now, thinking back, Kakashi had wondered if it would have been best if they had abandoned the mission, as he shouted for his genin team to take Tazuna and run. Of course, running was not the style of an arrogant Uchiha, and being the last arrogant Uchiha, he needed to show just how arrogant the thieving Uchihas were. So did the only thing he knew that an Uchiha would do, attack without any plan whatsoever. Zabuza Momochi saw a brat charging towards his water clones. He smirked as he mentally commanded his clone to beat the brat into a bloody pulse until he begged for mercy and then kill him very slowly. Naruto had come up with a plan, but as he opened his eyes after his planning, he sees that Sasuke was already far away and only Sakura and him left, so he needed to protect the client. When Sasuke was close enough, Zabuza made a strong kick that sent him flying into a tree, knocking him out cold. For the clones to have some fun, but just when they started to work, they heard a voice call out, "Fire release! Fire dragon flame bullet!" The clones turned only to see a glimpse of the flame before the clones were incinerated. Everyone looked and saw to a man with brown hair, brown eyes, and from Bleach pic is available at the end of the page. He was fairly long, almost Haku's height, on a branch of a tree, and strangely the warm smile on his face sent chills down everyone's spines. "Attacking children, what is becoming of this world?" the man said as he jumped out of the tree. "Shorty, why don't you go and pick a fight with someone your own size?" Zabuza said. "So mean there's no one my size here. But my name is Yari Uzumaki, and I'm almost 13, so if anything I am longer than people my age, and so are my skills." Everyone was shocked but Tazuna. He had no idea of what was happening, for different reasons. Sasuke and Sakura were shocked because they thought Uzumaki was just a made-up name. Kakashi because he had not known there were any Uzumaki alive, and that powerful Zabuza could not believe that the brat was so small, and Haku was shocked because she knew that name, and if he really was who he said he was, then his Zabuza-sama was in more danger than he knows. Haku used water release, Shunshin no Jutsu, to go next to Zabuza. He was already making hand signs, ice release, Saban storm, as he fires hundreds of ice aimed at Yari. Yari did not even blink in surprise as he saw the Hunternin attack him with a bloodline while Kiri was in war with bloodline clans within Kiri. He just slammed his hands and said, "Wind release." Great breakthrough as a strong gust of wind blew all the senbons away. "Haku, what do you think you're doing?" Zabuza said, angry that she had blown her cover. "Sorry for disobeying, Zabuza-sama, but I have heard of this man before." The new bingo book that had come in a few days ago had a new entry about a person that had appeared out of nowhere a couple of months ago. A whole platoon of IWA Umbu were sent to investigate who the person was, and only one made it out alive, and that was only to deliver the Sandaime Tsuchikage a message, and I quote, "Next time you send anyone after me, you and your village will be forfeiting your lives." Since then this person was labeled with a high S class with a flea on sight. "Warning," Haku said in complete seriousness. Again everyone was shocked. It was not every day a whole platoon of Umbus were destroyed just to send a message. "Haku, have you gone mad? That brat is your age. There is no way he is that strong. Now go finish him," Zabuza said, not believing that a brat was that strong. "Ice release." Ice Blade, Haku said as he ran towards Yari with high chunin speed, aiming strike a critical blow on the man. Snake Sword, swift horizontal slash, the man said as he brought his sword out and cut the Ice Blade and his flesh, but the cut was not as deep since he had pulled out on instincts. Haku jumped back and started going through hand seals. He knew his jutsu he could use was low due to him being able to blow his senbons away. He needed to end this, and sadly she had to kill him. Demonic mirroring ice crystals, he said as the water from the lake creating mirrors around them. Then he quickly steps into the mirror closest to him. Haku had started to jump from one mirror to the other at mid-zone, and soon he started throwing senbons aimed at critical spots that Kenshiro was dodging calmly. The man's eyes were calm as if trying to find a weakness. It was getting frustrating for Haku. No matter how much he tried, none of the senbons hit him. Well, this jutsu is getting boring. Whirlpool Sword. Second stance, rotating whirlpool, said Naruto as he channeled chakra to his hand and eyes before starting to rotate. Unlike the Kaiten of the Hyugas, this rotation was not a defensive, this was pure offensive. This rotation sends a highly concentrated wind blades through the sword. The wind blade were strong enough to cut and shatter all of Haku's mirrors and even hurt him badly. Yari walked towards the fallen Haku and held his sword near his throat. Zabuza, seeing him walk towards Haku, drops the almost completely drained Kakashi and ran toward Yari with his Kubikura Bocho drawn. Zabuza was running as fast as he could. He jumped up to deliver a strong slash Kubikura Bocho. Heavy downward swing. Yari, having sensed Zabuza coming, prepared to counter Whirlpool Sword. Fourth stance, Rising Sun, he said as he channeled his fire chakra through the sword, making it catch fire and slashed the sword upward. There was big clash, but Flame's aided blade was heating the Kubikura Bocho and would cut it in half, so Zabuza rolled himself back. Che, you're good, brat, but don't let it get to your head. Ninja art. Hidden mist jutsu, let's see you survive this. The voice echoed through the mist. Wind release. Great breakthrough, Yari said, blowing the mist away, revealing Zabuza near the river, putting Haku beneath a tree. Gur, don't get cocky, brat. Water release. Water Dragon Bullet, a dragon made from water, rushed toward Yari, who was going through hand seals of his own. Earth release. Earth style wall, he said as he finished. Suddenly the earth rose, shielding him from the water dragon. My turn. Earth release. Earth Dragon Bullets, as a mud dragon's head raised from the mud made by the water dragon and started shooting mud bullets at Zabuza. Zabuza was currently running on water, trying to avoid the brat's bullets. This brat is strong. I don't know how much longer I'll last even after the chakra I stole from Kakashi. I'm at half my reserves, and yet the brat doesn't look like he's even winded. Last chance. Water release. Gunshot, as he shot bullets to destroy the mud dragon while still doing and seals for another jutsu. Water release. Great waterfall jutsu, he said as a waterfall started to be made. Seems like you still don't understand the difference between our levels. Kurama style. Fire breath, he said as he blew an enormous fire from his mouth that not only incinerated the water jutsu but also everything in its way. The only reason Zabuza was even alive was because he was so shocked that he forgot to channel chakra to his feet and fell into the sea. Kakashi was mentally thanking Naruto for pulling him away when Zabuza dropped him. Even Sasuke, who was woken up by Sakura shacking him to death, was shocked and was wondering how a person his age was so strong. To think you were able to overpower my most powerful jutsu. By the nature it is strong against, Zabuza said while thinking, this is not good. He's too strong, and I'm running low on chakra. Well, that took a lot out of me than I thought, Yari said as he had lost about 1/3 of his chakra. Now that you're all ready to listen, I am just coming from Gato's place after beheading him, although a few bandits managed to run away, he said in a matter-of-fact voice. What, so you mean I was wasting my chakra all this time for nothing? Zabuza said, angry that this man did not tell him before. No, what I did was completely necessary to show you my skills. Now listen closely, I want to offer you my help in taking down Yagura, Yari stated, completely serious. What, but why would you help us? Zabuza asked, confused. My reasons remain my own. You just have to take me close to Yagura and I'll deal with him for good, promised Yari. Well, I guess we could use your help, but did you really have to use so much force? Said Zabuza. It was necessary to make you believe that I was not a brat, remember, reminded Yari. Che, fine, when do we leave? Asked Zabuza. Tomorrow at 0600 HRS. If you're late my offer will cease to exist, stated Yari. What? What about Haku? He's hurt, Zabuza shouted. It's fine, he just has some scratches, he'll be good by tonight, Yari stated. Well, hello, I see you're awake, duck, as Yari greeted the Team 7 that was coming towards him. Gur, just you wait, Itachi, with the power that his guy possesses I'll finally be able to defeat you, Sasuke thought. Well, we just wanted to thank you for saving me and my student here, said an eye smiling Kakashi. I demand you give me all your jutsu, Sasuke said, only to be poked on his forehead. My, don't you have an arrogant student, Mr. Jonin? I almost couldn't stop myself from killing him, Yari said with a smile. Yes, I really must work on that, Kakashi said with a frown. It seems so, since next time I won't be able to stop myself, Yari warned with a smile which sent chills down Kakashi's spine. Damn it, he's not joking. How dare you, I'm a MMPH, Sasuke started, but Kakashi stopped him. I really have to work on it, don't I? Well, I guess I have to find a place to stay the night, don't I? Hey, bridge builder, do you know a place in Wave that I can crash for the night? Yes, anything for the man that saved the Wave from Gato's rule, Tazuna said. Just you wait, we'll even name the bridge the Great Yari Bridge. You give me too much credit, but I could accept the Great Uzumaki Bridge. It sounds much better than I thought it would. That night, Naruto was walking in the forest while the Wave was celebrating. He knew he couldn't have done this in front of everyone, so he had to separate himself from the people. Yo! Long time no see, Naruto, or should I say blood clone of mine, a shadow behind him said. Hello, Naruto-sama, I have done as you asked. I placed the sealing art Dijutsu seal on Sasuke, he won't be unlocking his Sharingan unless you allow it, informed the clone. The shadow came out reveling to be Yari Uzumaki aka Naruto Uzumaki. Smiling, yeah, I checked, it was perfect. For the chunin exams in 2 months you will need more power, Naruto said as he placed his hand on the head of the clone, dispelling and using it again, but now was low to mid chunin level in strength. I'll be there before the invasion starts. Make sure you take Gaara out and take him to the base, and don't go to the base for a few days. Orochimaru might decide to visit, Naruto told the clone. You have gotten a lot stronger, Naruto-sama, said the clone. Yes, and it's all thanks to the snakes, my clan and Kurama, answered Naruto. Flashback. Naruto had found an underground library which was sealed with hundreds of blood sealed to make sure that only a Uzumaki could make it through. It was filled with Uzumaki sealing scrolls and Kenjutsu scrolls and even Jutsu scrolls, Uzumaki Kenjutsus, Genjutsus, Taijutsus. Naruto was thrilled to learn, so he made 10,000 clones to learn everything he could. But sadly Naruto could not find any way to master fire since Orochimaru was not a fire type. The scrolls that were limited, it was getting frustrating. Well Brad, now there is something that I could help with. I have a jutsu that may solve that problem. For now it is called the fire breath, said Kurama. Flashback end. Well, let's get back before someone notices, Naruto said as they went to celebrate with everyone. Today he had got Gato transports in his hand now, so he could sell his seals on a wider range and earn more money. 0530 HRS. Zabuza was already ready and having a quick breakfast. Yari had handed 50% of Gato's wealth to the people of the wave and gave all of them jobs in the newly named Uzumaki transports, so everything was cheaper. No more beggars were seen on the streets. Zabuza had really felt bad about doing the mission, but he needed to get money if he was going to help the rebels in Kiri. It was now about 0550 HRS and Zabuza and Haku that had a few bandaged injuries here and they were waiting for Yari. They knew they were early, but they were the ones that needed the help, so they knew they had to make it work. A few minutes later Naruto was seen coming toward them, which confused them. Why was the boy in Team 7 coming here, and where was Yari? Zabuza, Haku, I see we're all here, but why do you seem confused? Aren't you Kakashi's brat? Why are you here and where's Yari? Well, I guess I have some explaining to do, don't I? CHP 4. End of Yagura Naruto Juinjutsu. Naruto, Zabuza and Haku were currently moving through the forest surrounding the hidden mist. Naruto was getting bored as they had been traveling for the last 7 hours non-stop. While Naruto was a lot stronger and mature, he was still a 12-year-old. And like any other 12-year-old, Naruto wanted to have fun. Given that his version of fun was fighting, training, learning new styles, techniques, jutsus, and getting stronger. So tell me, Zabuza, where exactly are we going? Naruto said calmly. We're going to the rebel camp in the south. Last I heard they wanted to end the war quickly, so everyone was called here to plan. Haku and I are the people that provides for the war. We provide equipment, food and money to the rebels to make sure we can stand a chance in the war. You do know I only asked about where we were going, right? Then maybe we should take the people that have been following us out, don't you think? Naruto said equally calmly. Zabuza though, as he stopped and turned around, pulling out the Kubikura Bocho from his back, and Haku pulls out senbons from his sleeve. They were tense. Whoever was following them was strong enough to hide their presence from them. While Zabuza was not fully on guard, he did not lower it by much. In the whole situation, Naruto was the most calm. He knew about them from the moment that they started to follow them, but wanted to go to a place a little far away from the enemy camp so the reinforcements don't come too soon. Naruto knew a good battle was up, as there were people that were Jonin level and some Anbu levels as well. Soon 4 Anbu surrounded them from all 4 sides to ensure that no one gets away, as a 5th one dropped near them. But this one was not Anbu, he was Hoshigaki Kisame. I know he is Akatsuki, but I couldn't think of anyone better than him to fight Naruto, to make Naruto show his real skill set. So I had him not join Akatsuki, the former Cypher Division member, and now one of the 7 swordsmen of the Hidden Mist. He was also the only S-class member of all the 7 that was alive today. Kisame, what do you think you're doing here, you traitor? Zabuza shouted. Well, if it isn't Zabuza, the baby demon of the mist or ex-mist, Kisame said smiling. Zabuza was about to charge when Naruto stops him. Zabuza, you're too hot-headed to fight someone that strong. Leave him to me. Both you and Haku can take the small fries, Naruto states. Zabuza reluctantly nods as he turns to the Anbu alongside with Haku. Taking orders from a little brat. Where's your pride, Zabuza? Kisame said mockingly, but to have Zabuza listen was not easy for a brat to do that. Who was the kid? Well, I'm sorry, but can we get started? We can discuss your 20 questions later, if you survive that, as Naruto said smiling. Now Naruto was a man, boy or whatever who does not shows much emotion, but with Naruto's own sensing ability of 4 kilometers, Naruto was able to tell that this person's chakra level rivals his own and is a swordsman, meaning he was a perfect opponent to have a fight against. Kisame rushed in, planning to surprise the boy with a surprise attack. Naruto saw this and jumped back to avoid being shredded into bits. Naruto knew about Kisame being known as the monster of the mist, and he could see why. Kisame had seen Naruto jumping and jumped forward as well, not wanting to give Naruto the chance to get ready. Naruto quickly pulls his sword and fires several wind blades toward Kisame, only to have Kisame grind through them while Samahata ate all the chakra the blades contained, making them normal wine. This did not go unnoticed by Naruto. He smiled. This was getting better and better. Naruto's wind blades had however slowed Kisame down enough for Naruto to land on the ground again. As Kisame landed, Naruto rushed towards him to get a little sword fight with the living sword, Whirlpool Sword. First stance Crimson Moon as he launched multiple attacks at Kisame, who was dodging and blocking them. Che, the brat's good, too bad he could have become big, sadly he won't live past today. Samahata. Grinding waves as Kisame started pushing Naruto attacks back. Both attacks were fighting for dominance over the other. Ha 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 ha, this guy is great. Every swing filled with strength. I guess I could let loose a bit, huh, though. Naruto, as he stopped attacking and jumped back. What? That's all you got for a minute? I actually thought you were going to be fun, Kisame mocked. That's not the half of what I can do, Kisame. And don't you worry, I'll make sure you're satisfied with the battle, for this battle will be to the death, Naruto said as he sealing. Technique. For limbs waiting seal release. Naruto did a tiger seal. A Fuin user quite rare, especially in the mist. The Mizukage could use the Fuin jutsu knowledge, Kisame thought. Well, here I go. Whirlpool sword. First stance Crimson Moon, Naruto said as he charged again. What? This brat, what was that? Not only is faster, he's even stronger than before. What kind of Fuin increases both speed and attack power? This is going to be trouble if it goes on any longer, Kisame thought as he tried to dodge the attacks but finding it unable as he gained a few scratches here and there. Samahata, full power chakra swing, original idea, as he attacked, but when their swords clashed, a blast of chakra sent Naruto flying through the trees. On the other side, Zabuza and Haku were in a bind. These people were highly trained in collaborations and teamwork, just like no, even better than the demon brothers that was killed by Kakashi or caught. Well, not that he really cared about those weaklings. He had better things to focus on, like these highly skilled Umbu and Haku. Naruto had to say he was not expecting that from Samahata using the chakra that it absorbed to attack. The sword was quite something, he thought as he got up casually. The blast itself was strong, but Naruto had been used to being sent through the trees, but normally it would be Senshi, Saizen, or the great white snake itself. Oh well, first time for everything. Ma, you're taking your sweet time, Kisame said, irritated as he watched Naruto dust himself of it. Was irritating since he knew that Naruto could sense him. Well, you see, I'm wearing white clothes and I don't want to stain you know, Naruto stated like it was common knowledge. Chase Samahata. Compressed chakra wave, Kisame said he was tired of waiting. Wind release. Slash, Naruto said as he slashed his hands vertically, making a huge vertical slash that slashed right through the chakra wave coming toward him, making Kisame jump away. Now that's more like it, Kisame said. Che, my attacks are getting cut down. I guess I have to resort to ninjutsu. Let's try something out, Naruto said as he disappeared in a quick flash of speed, appearing right next to Kisame. Shocking, Kisame, fist of the great white snake, Naruto said as he sent his palm straight into Kisame's solar plexus, sending Kisame flying, howling in pain. Naruto looked around, seeing Zabuza and Haku having a hard time. Huh? I guess they were stronger than I thought. Out of Naruto's sleeve came two white snakes with black stripes all over it. They were very small compared to normal summoned snakes. Go help those two out, Naruto told as they climbed down and slithered in an amazing speed comparable to a high chunin's own. With that, Naruto started to go towards where he sent Kisame flying, no longer worried that Zabuza and Haku might be in danger. With Zabuza, Haku, Che, come on, this is so not funny anymore, take this water release. Gunshot as he started to fire bullets at an Umbu. Suddenly the other started to throw kunais at him, making him stop. This was taking forever as he jumped to a tree when he noticed a snake climbing his shoulder. Naruto-sama sent me to help, the snake said. You're a summoned snake? Wait, does that mean he has the snake contract? I thought only 2 people had that. Zabuza started, but the snake had already slithered its way to his neck. Please bear with me, it said as it went into his mouth. Blah, damn snake, how in the world is that? Zabuza started but stopped when he started feeling strange. Finally giving up, bloodline loving scum, shouted an Umbu arrogantly. Zabuza, who had his eyes closed, had opened them, suddenly opened it, revealing him to have yellow silted eyes. Like Orochimaru, but they have a light yellow glow. It was amazing. His nearly empty chakra levels felt like they were never ending, and it was so peaceful, he felt so calm. The Umbu words were like a silent breeze. Whatever the snake had done, he would thank him. He had to end this. The Umbus were boasting at Zabuza, who was sitting on the tree. They took it as a sign that he was scared of the two. This was a good day for the two. They had made the demon of the mist surrender. They were going to tell him to hand his famous Kubikaribocho, making one of them a new one of the 7 swordsmen. They looked at Zabuza to tell him to hand it over, only to have Zabuza disappear and appear in front of one of the Umbus, cutting him directly in half. The other Umbu, number 2, was shocked. He was so sure Zabuza was tired and low on chakra, but now he didn't seem to be tired at all. Zabuza looked at number 2. He was amazed. He was so much faster than he was before. He ran towards the Umbu, so he didn't even have time to react. He swung his blade, beheading the man in front of him. He was shocked how much power the snake had granted him, so he turned, thinking of helping Haku, but the area Haku was fighting was comparable to Ice Age. Everything was frozen, including the Umbus, and Haku was waiting near a tree. How long have you been finished for? Zabuza said. A few minutes. My snake got to me faster, Haku stated. Boom. What in the world, Haku? Let's go look for Naruto. That will attract a lot of people, he said as they sped off with their newfound speed. Few minutes ago, Naruto was looking for where Kisame had landed. He didn't want finished just yet. He had only used a little Tai and some Ken. There was still Genin and Fuin. Naruto finally found him standing in front of the rubble, nurturing the place he had hit him at. Come on, Kisame, you can do better than that, right? Naruto mocked. Che, not yet, brat, I'm just getting started. Earth release. Subterranean voyage. As he went underground, Naruto, using his enhanced sensing skills, found Kisame running towards the north, escaping. No, it's a trap. Naruto quickly made a clone and sent it after Kisame. Kisame was waiting near a pool for his water clone come with the prey. He smiled as he saw Naruto jumping from trees to trees. The water clone came out of the ground. It was time. He pulled out the mimic of Samehada to distract him from the real Kisame on the top of the water, who was ready with his jutsu. Now he had to wait for the clone to disperse. The Naruto clone and water clone were in a match, but Naruto clone had soon landed a good hit, causing the water clone to disperse. Yes, now water release. Water shark bullet technique. He used the water the clone made into a shark, and Naruto had taken the damage head on. Kisame smirked. One less person to worry about. He turned around planning to the others when, boom, the explosion blew Kisame into a tree. What it can't be. Great clone explosion made by Uchiha Itachi himself. A friend had a sweep of the Uchiha clan compound right after that night 4 years ago. Heck, he even swiped some bodies, and Sharingans helped me a lot, Naruto said, walking towards Kisame. Hadn't yet, as he had Samehada, which was lying next to him, crawled back to him and started to heal him. Water release. Great exploding water colliding wave, Kisame said as he started spilling water like a waterfall. Next thing he knew, the water had created a giant orb with him in it. He merged with the sword. Che, this is bad. I have to get out. I can't hold my breath forever, and I can't use reverse summon when Manda is still around. Saizen, hurry up and take care of that snake, would you? The war between Manda and Saizen was a tightly kept secret. Not much people knew of this. Last Naruto heard, Manda and his few followers were hiding, unable to be summoned away due to Naruto's seals. The war would be over before the invasion, but until then the snakes, except for the 10 twins and their mother, were of limits. Naruto started to swim, but he was not being able to get away. Damn it, what's going on? Naruto, the water, it moves wherever Kisame does, Kurama informed. Damn it, what now? Wait, maybe I have to try summoning Lily. A white snake came, but it was completely covered in black marks, the mother of the 10 twins of Naruto's curse seals. The one made for him and only him. It quickly went into Naruto's mouth, making Naruto hair while the longer his skin turned brown, his teeth, feet, and hand grew. He was in the cursed seal's full-powered form. Naruto knew about this being a form that he gets from nature chakra, but that was part of the plan as Naruto swims toward Kisame. So you can transform too. Samehada would really like to taste that chakra. As Kisame swam even faster, the two were swimming as fast as they could, moving closer and closer to each other. Naruto threw a first, but Kisame was able to dodge and tackle him and started to drain Naruto, even the curse seal's nature chakra. Kisame suddenly had a splitting headache. Something was wrong with Samehada. It was in pain. The dome suddenly became unstable and fell apart, letting Naruto to get a little fresh air. Looks like me theory worked. The Samehada can absorb raw chakra, elemental chakra, and even Abija's chakra, but not nature. Thank God, as he took heavy breaths. What in the world happened just now? Kisame thought as he was forced to unmerge with Samehada due to the pain. How Samehada is able to absorb the chakra of any living being, person, or even demon. Che, damn it, Samehada is out cold, meaning I can't absorb any chakra. This is bad. I'll have to retreat for now, he thought as he got up and turned to leave. Only see Haku and Zabuza smirking. Leaving so soon? I thought you never run, Kisame mocked Zabuza. You have to be kidding me. How did you get past the Umbu? Kisame said, visibly frustrated. Zabuza, what kept you? Naruto said he had lost the curse seal mode and was back to his normal appearance. With no way to escape, Kisame attacked Naruto, trying to make a way to escape, but Naruto already knew that they engaged in a full tie with occasional water release, gunshots by Kisame, and wind release. Wind blades from Naruto, but Kisame could clearly see that he was at a disadvantage. Slowly but surely Naruto's kicks were getting stronger. His skin were transforming back to the brown color. The lily was still in Naruto's body, gathering small amounts of nature chakra and turning it into curse seal chakra, pushing Kisame back every time Naruto paused. Turning snake fist, Naruto said as he landed a hard blow to Kisame's stomach, sending it to the ground. It's over. Goodbye, Kisame, Naruto stated. Just make it quick, okay, said Kisame. Naruto pulled his sword, making a swift cut, beheading Kisame and sealing head and sword, which would need to be fixed. Zabuza, let's get going. We have to get out before more comes over, Naruto stated as they got up to go. Rebel Camp HQ. Naruto was currently resting in a tent provided by the rebels. Naruto had asked them to get Zabuza and Haku a place where they could rest. This made Zabuza and Haku curious. Why was he asking such a thing? They were fine, heck, they were never better. Zabuza asked Naruto why. He asked this of them, and Naruto told them to wait. A few minutes later, when the rooms were prepared, Naruto told them that Naruto was about to dispel the snakes in their body, and that it might make them feel very worn out or even have minor chakra burns and muscle pain. After he had dispelled the snakes, they were tired, but thankfully nothing more, so he asked some time to rest before the meeting with the head of the rebellions. Later in the rebels' meeting place/tent, Zabuza, Haku and Naruto were standing in front. 3 people. The one in the middle was definitely an S-class ninja. She had a slender figure, auburn hair which came down to her ankles, and had green eyes. Naruto could sense the Kage level chakra reserves. She was aware and ready to fight at any time. The one in the left was tall, had blue hair, an eye patch over his right, and the only eye that was visible was gray in color. Naruto sensed the Byakugan under the covered eye but decided to keep the information to himself. The on the right was a considerably short man/boy, also had blue hair, dark eyes, and shark-like teeth like Kisame had. Naruto also recognized the Hiramikari eye on his back, even with the bandages over it. All in all, this may be the strongest of the Kiri's rebels. So Zabuza, mind telling me why you brought an unknown person into the camp without reporting about it beforehand? May Terumi, the leader of the rebels, stated, wary of the person that Zabuza had bought. My name is Naruto Uzumaki and I have a proposal for the rebels, Naruto told them calmly. What could a kid your age have that could be any use for us? The person on the left stated, looking down on Naruto. First, I already have done something to make things easier for you, Naruto stated, taking a scroll out of his clothes and unsealed Kisame's head. All the tree rebels were shocked. The person head in front of them belonged Kisame Hashigaki, the monster of the mist, the reason they had lost almost 25% of the rebels. The person that disallowed them to use jutsus with him gone, their chances would surely increase. Is that really? Chojuro stammered as he looked at the head. Yes, I saw the battle going on myself. He defeated Kisame by himself, Zabuza answered. What, you have to be joking, Zabuza, he's just a Mei started. It's no joke, I saw it as well, Haku stated. What is this proposal you speak of? Mei said, now nervous. This kid had beaten someone stronger than herself. If things go well, then things may take a turn for better for everyone. I am offering to get rid of Yura, the Sanbai's Jinchuriki, and the Yandame Mizukage of the Mist, Naruto said in complete seriousness. What? Do you have any idea who you're talking about? He is way beyond Kisame's level. I mean, he can completely control the Sanbai. How in the world do you think you can take such a person down? Mei shouted, this kid is mad. Strong, yes, but he was too mad to know his limits, or so she thought. For those who started wondering what he could use, you think wrong. Naruto will not use 5-element seal on Yagura. Don't worry, I have a few things that works very well with Jinchurikis, Naruto said calmly. And you think he would just allow you to use those jutsus? Ao said angrily, the kids these days are so stupid. That's why I'm not attacking right away, and it's not ninjutsus I was taking about it, Fuinjutsu, Naruto said. What, how low? Fuin won't work. Wait, did you say Uzumaki as in the seal masters from Whirlpool? Ao said as the sudden realization hit him. Yes, like that Uzumaki clan. But don't insult them by calling them seal masters. Anyone can become a master, but the Uzumakis are much more than masters, and at the fight against Yagura I'll show you the reason why people were so scared of them, he said as a huge smirk appeared on his face. We will have to discuss plans. Is this all of your members? Naruto said, trying to make sure that he could go back to the leaf in time for the chunin exams. No, but these are all that can fight. The other were ambushed at about 15 kilometers to the south there and hiding right now, but we are unable to help as we are also short on men to help and protect the camp at the same time, Mei said sadly. Well, guess that's what we'll do first, Zabuza. Haku, get ready, we're leaving in 5 minutes, Naruto said, making his way out of the tent. Zabuza, how strong is he? Mei asked. I can only estimate, but mid to high Kage level, Zabuza said seriously. I see, so do you think we have a chance? She asked. Yes, if we don't win this time we never will, he said. Zabuza and Haku made their way out of the tent. The silence was very uncomfortable. Later, Naruto, Haku and Zabuza were currently moving through the forest to the location that the rebels had given them. They were moving at high chunin speed so that they could reach the place faster and not grow tired before they got there. The trio came to a stop near some branches, seeing some umbus guarding the area. After using silent killing to get rid of them, the three started to move again, but more cautiously. After some time, the three came down near some overgrown bushes, making their way through and found a little opening to a cave hidden by the bushes. They silently went in, not wanting to make anyone think that the enemy has found them, but it doesn't always happen how we want it to, does it? Two rebel on guard saw Shadow approaching, taking their kunais out. They rushed out planning to kill. Thankfully, Naruto was able to sense the two guards and stop them. After telling the guards and making them believe who they are, the guards led the trio inside. Once inside, Naruto found out that these people hardly had anything to eat, and almost had no strength, so Naruto made about 20 shadow clones, and transformed them to rats and sent them to get food. The fraction was able to reach camp at nightfall without running into much trouble. Next morning, Naruto had gotten up at 5 a.m. and was doing his regular stretches, push-ups, sit-ups and jogging, although the amount was rivaling Guy's own as it was already 9, and he was still going. Naruto, sensing a chakra signature, looked around to see that Ao was approaching him. Mei-sama requests your presence at the meeting place/tent. Naruto was following Ao to the meeting hall. It was a silent trip. He knew that Ao was very wary of him from the way he was walking. He was ready to counter any attack. Well, not any, but you get the point. Reaching the place, Naruto saw that Haku and Zabuza was waiting for him outside. Well, Zabuza, I thought I'd see you inside the tent like last time. Oh well, what's this about? Naruto said casually. Well, I don't know, I was summoned here like you were, Zabuza answered. I see, well, let's find out, shall we? Naruto said as they walked inside. Meeting room place tent. Welcome, Naruto-san greeted Mei. Good morning, Maidano, Naruto greeted back. Well, Naruto-san, we have asked you to come here today to tell you that we of the rebels are grateful for your offer, but we have one question. Why? Why help us? Is there something that you want in return, as we don't really have anything to offer, explained Mei. Yes, I do want some things, 2 things to be exact. One, the Samahata that is already in my hands, and next I want to be the source of a treaty that I want Kiri to sign with Kona. After the chunin exams, he declared. But isn't that starting soon? A member asked. 2 months later actually, but don't worry, it will be over before that, Naruto ensured. How can you be so sure? Because I came here with every detail of my plan figured out. I am basically ready for anything unless another country decides to help Yagura, though that's very unlikely as every other country loves bloodlines, he said. So what's the plan? Another member said. The rebels will be lead in 10 captains. I have done a head count, and every captain has 200 people each and will lead them Seppa. Wait, 200 people? That's suicide, a member shouted. No, I have something that will give us the edge that we need for the duration of the battle, Naruto said calmly. What edge? Another member asked. I'll give every leader a snake which will boost their powers to a whole new level, Naruto told proudly. How could a snake help us reach a whole new level? Ao said. They're not ordinary snake, they're summons and special even amongst that as well, Naruto said with a small smirk forming. How much power are we talking about? Mei said, curious of this edge they would be receiving. Enough to make a jonin, which is an A class, to an S class, Naruto said, now fully grinning. He loved talking about his masterpieces. That's not natural, there must be some heavy side effects to this power, Ao said angrily. This person was trying to trick them to their deaths. Yes there are, but Ao, this power is natural, maybe the only thing that comes close to nature itself, Naruto said, a little annoyed. This man was degrading a masterpiece and the side effects are minimum. Heavy exhaustion, muscle pain, minor chakra burns, he said. What do you mean closest to nature? Mei asked. Nature chakra is a hidden base of chakra not known to many and also an unlimited and a lot more stronger than the weak source of chakra found in the human body. The use of this chakra is very hard and dangerous but not impossible. The use of this chakra without any formal training can destroy you, but master it, and the punch of Tsunade the Sannin will be nothing more than a tickle. What I have done is gave the snakes the ability to generate sage chakra and allow them to pass this chakra and constantly maintain balance for you, although it is fairly limited due to this. Nature chakra is the cursed nature purified. Though in a fight against the two, my money's on my version, as mine does not blind the one's judgment, explained Naruto. Wait, so you mean that was nature chakra? While what boost does it gives us exactly, said Zabuza as he was not able to completely examine the powers it had granted him. Your physical strength, defense, agility and reflex will be higher, your jutsus will be stronger, and if you have a bloodline it would be much easier to use it, said Naruto. So who are the leaders? asked Mei. I said I would decide today, but I have something else I have to do. Mind recommending some? I recommend myself Ao, Chojuro, Chukichi, Tsurugi, Zabuza, Haku, Raiga, Jinpachi, Munashi and Pakura. She was saved by the rebels because the 10 needed was getting short. Fine, we will begin the attack at dawn, be ready. Every group leader will lead their team to a different side of the capital. There are 10 entrances, so each group will have 2 captains and 400 members. You may choose the sides and members in the teams. The snakes will be distributed at dawn before the attack. Wait, why give the snakes to only the leaders? Why not all of us? Ao said this power was amazing, it could turn the tides, but it would be so much easier, and there would be less casualties if everyone were given this power. I only have 11 snakes with the said power, and one of that being mine, Naruto informed. Is it a specific trait of the 11? He asked. No, I gave it only to those that has earned my trust completely, Naruto answered. I see, Ao said understandingly. Well, see you at dawn, Naruto said as he made his way out of the tent. As Naruto made his way to the clearing, he quickly made 2 shadow clones and handed 2 scrolls to one of them. You know what to do, he said as the first one nodded and disappeared. You make preparations needed for tomorrow. Go. As the second one disappeared as well, then he went to sleep. He would need it for tomorrow. At dawn, the army was on standby, completely surrounding the capital. Okay, captains to the front, Naruto said as the 10 captains came up front. 10 snakes came slithering out of Naruto's arm and launched at 10 captains' mouths. They felt wired, having snakes moving inside their body, making their way to the chakra system. After the snakes got adjusted, a rush of unimaginable power started flowing through their veins. The power enhanced every muscle, every fiber of their body. The abilities sky rocketed. This will be fun, was the collective thought amongst them. Okay, back to your positions, he ordered. After the captains got in positions, Naruto ordered them to strike, and then began the end of the war. Mei, Haku, Pakura were playing the juggernauts roles perfectly. Their enhanced bloodlines were literally destroying anyone in their way, making Naruto's way to Yura undetected. Yura was looking out the window watching the war going on. He was currently under a genjutsu by Madara Tobiyabito, who ordered him to wage war on all the bloodline clans of Kiri. Hello Yura, shall we begin our fight? He heard a voice say from behind. He was not really shocked. Sanbai, who was also under the genjutsu, had told him of the man approaching, but he had expected a sneak attack. You should have attacked silently like a true ninja. Now you don't have a chance, he declared. Now where is the fun in that? Yura turned and looked at this so-called attacker to see and saw a short brat. Him have the bloodlines fallen so low that they send someone so young to their death, he mused. Says the guy who looks like he's still a teen. How old are you anyway? 40, 50. Naruto mocked. Well, my age is not important, is it? Let's get this over with. I have to destroy your friends as well, Yura said as he took his staff. Fine by me, but I warn you, I am not to be underestimated. So am I, he said as he started swinging his heavy staff quite fast. You're quite good with that staff. Even with how heavy it must be, you still pull of so many swing at once with an equal amount of strength, Naruto said, dodging the staff with little to no effort. He had already taken of his weights for this fight as he was a Jinchuriki, and to top it off, Yura was able to fully control the Biju chakra. Well, I'm sorry to do this, but I have to end this quickly. Water release. Large projectile. Yeah, you're right, let's end this Fuinjutsu. Jutsu repel, Naruto said as his chakra materialized in front of him. As a seal, the jutsu collided and was thrown back. What was that? Yura shouted. It's my clan's bloodline chakra materialization, the real reason why the Uzumaki were so dangerous. They could not only materialize chains strong enough to hold down a Biju, they were also able to materialize seals anywhere by using their chakra with the original seal master, plus the bloodline creates the Uzumaki level seal masters, Naruto confessed. You're an Uzumaki? You might take some time after all, Yura said, getting serious. No, we're almost done. Fuinjutsu. Chakra chains, Naruto said as the gold chains came out of Naruto's hair and chained around Yura. Che, you really think that this can hold me? As he started to channel the Sanbai's chakra. I'll give you this, you're good at seals and you are far better than I thought, but you can't hold me down with the jutsu you have yet to master. As a shockwave blew the chains. Fire release. Exploding eagles, Naruto said with a smirk as he shot 5 eagles at him. Water release. Water wall, Yura said as he was the water from the air surrounded him. Boom. The smoke cleared, showing Yura with blood coming out of multiple places, though it was not so serious, as his cloak was on. Che, that brat to actually hurt me in my cloaked form. I'll break every limb in his body. He looked around to see Naruto running towards the forest. Wrong move, kid, you should have stayed here where your friends could save you. Or do you actually think I will think that it's a trap? I have the sandbai. I can tell that there is no one in miles away, he thought as he took off after Naruto. In the forest. Finally catching up, I see Naruto thought he ran deeper into the forest. Water release. Great whirlpool enfolding technique, Yura said. He used water from the air to create a giant water vortex around his staff and slammed it to the tree Naruto was. Naruto was hardly able to evade the attack. He had to say that was one strong technique as he went through a set of hand signs. Wind release. Vacuum wave, he said as he breathed out a series of wind blades that cut Yura to pieces, but only to show it to be a water release. Water clone jutsu. Water release. Rising water slicer. Naruto heard a voice call. Shit, he thought as he jumped upwards to avoid the attack. I got you now. Heavy smash, Yura said, hitting Naruto hard with the staff, sending him down, crushing the ground below. Yura approached Naruto intending to finish him. Yura pulled out a kunai to finish the job but stopped when he saw the smirk in Naruto's eyes. Yura used the chakra enhanced jump just in time to evade Naruto's great clone explosion. He used the clone to substitute at the last possible second, but where is he? Yura thought, looking around. Naruto appeared out of a tree using attack prevention technique. You really think I will go down like that? Think again. Earth release. Iron skin as he punched the unknowing Yura through several trees. Che, that's it, I'm done playing around, you're dead, Yura said in a demonic voice as he stood up and rushed towards Naruto and hit him, sending him flying. Naruto thought, trying to get up, that was some hit. I'll have to end this quick, can't take much more of those hits, he thought as he started running through the forest. With Yura following closely. Heck, the only reason Naruto was still ahead of him was because he was using wind release. Wind walk to keep his speed up. Damn it, I really need to master this jutsu, he said as he saw Yura slowly closing up. Fire release. Flame bullet, he said, turning around trying to slow him down just a little further, he thought as he started running again as Yura dodges the fire bullets as he could not use water ninjutsu in version 2. Yes, come Yura, finally ready. Fire release. Multiple homing arrows. Yura tried to dodge all the arrows, but the arrows kept following them. He used his shockwave to blow most away, but a few made a hit but didn't do any damage. Ha 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 ha, that's all you can come up with? I have to say, you trying to stop me in my tracks to run away after all that you said? I'm disappointed, he said as he landed near Naruto. Don't be ki, Naruto said as small explosions took place on Yura's body, making him come to his knees. What ho, how did you? Yura said, frustrated. My last attack explodes when I tell it to, Naruto said. No, how did you deactivate my version 2? Yura shouted. Easy, I knew the exact weak points of the V2 since I'm a Jinchuriki as well, but sadly you won't be for long. Shadow clone jutsu. You go stand near Yura, receiving a nod from the clone. Fuin jutsu enhanced locking barrier, he said, making a barrier around Naruto clone and Yura, who was unable to stand. Advanced tailed beast extraction jutsu. Sorry, I have plans for Yura, the clone said, slamming his fingers on the seal and pulled out the tailed beast Fuin jutsu. Uji. Advanced four-corner ceiling barrier, Naruto said, making the ground where the clone and Yura was. The clone quickly kicked Yura, sending him back, and jumped to the middle, which was glowing white, and went right through. Soon the sandbai, which was clashing from one wall to other of the barrier, went through as well, and Naruto closed the barrier as he went near Yura with the clone. Clone landed in a beautiful grassed meadow with lots of flowers, a huge sea. It felt so peaceful here. He really had created a masterpiece, a connection with another dimension. If Orochimaru and the Uzumakis didn't experiment on this, he never would have achieved it so soon. The clone looked up, seeing sandbai coming down from the sky and landing in the sea. What's going on? Where am I? Who are you? And where's my host? Answer me, mortal, sandbai demanded. He was very close with Yura. He was the first one to ever try to be friends with him. Calm down, I'll let Kurama explain everything, said the clone, handing the gear to Kurama, making the clone's eyes blood red and silted. Isabu, it's been too long, my brother, Kurama greeted. Kurama, is that your host? You're taking over? Che, I see you and just see scum now, Kurama. I can't believe father loved you more than us, Isabu said disgustedly. I am not controlling this one, brother. We have a deal, and our father never wanted us to be tools for war either, brother. I have finally got the chance to free us from being tools like you, brother. I helped you. You were just being used by that host that you're showing so much concern for. No, Yura is a peaceful person. He would never use me for war. I would know. I've been with him his entire life, Kurama. Isabu shouted. What, he waged war on all the bloodline clans in Kirigakure? Can't you remember you were there? Kurama countered. Whammy head, I remember looking at a pair of red eyes through Yugura's eyes and blank, Isabu said, trying to remember. Red eyes that bastard, not only me but my brother as well. Madaraya, you're dead meat. I will take my leave for now, brother. Soon the others will join us here in this world of peace. As Kurama poofed. Madaraha, a person able to control one of us has to be a relative of father fallen to the dark. Be careful, brother. Back with Naruto. Now to seal the sandbai's chakra inside Yura and put chakra seals on him, Naruto thought as he walked towards Yura, but stopped when he saw a flash of Sharingan in Yugura's eyes and then it shattered. What in the world was that? That was the genjutsu, said the Sharingan casts on the enemy to control them like the one cast on me to attack your village kit before sending me to that world. I want to see that person dying with your eyes. Kurama said, great, that's one more thing to my to-do list. Why does it seem like all my life I'm doing things for other people? That's the life of a ninja on the side of good kit. I think Yura would be useful now that he's out of the genjutsu. We can use him, and the other 7 as well. Wait, you're telling me to create an army I have to be inside Konoha? Not if you a Sannin that you could easily become smartest, Naruto said as he saw Yura waking up. Well, morning Yura, Naruto said with a smile. Kill me, Yura said weakly. No, Naruto said frankly, so he remembers everything. This will be easier than I thought. Why, look at what I have done to my village. I can't live with myself, he said. And that is exactly why you have to make sure this does not happen again, that no one else is caught in the same web as you did. Make Kiri proud, earn their trust, and maybe they will let you come back, Naruto said calmly. How can I do it when I'm so weak? You will have my help and others like us after I remove their bijus of chaos. Now let me help Fuinjutsu. Chakra purification seal there. You'll heal soon and gain all the leftover Sanbai's chakra will be made your own. I want you to go to Taki and Iwa and meet the Jinchurikis there. While I go sort somethings out in Konoha, and you'll be announced dead, so keep it low, Naruto said, gaining a nod from Yura as Naruto stood up and left toward the capital. Masama, the troops here has surrendered as well, said Pakura. Good, let's just hope Naruto-san wins. Mei said, your wish has been granted, a voice called from behind. Naruto, how did it go? Mei and Pakura said. Incinerated turtle. Check, Naruto said with a smile. The war is over. Yura is no more. Mei announced. Yahori and many other types of cheers was heard around Kiri. 1 week later, Kiri had stabilized. The daimyo was dealt with and moving to prosperity with the help of Gado Corps, or now Uzumaki Corps, and Wave, which is owned by Naruto. Naruto was named Kiri's ambassador in Konoha and Naruto left a day before. I have 1 more month before chunin exams, so let's head to Taki, Naruto said to Yura as they moved of. Time skip, this arc will be shown at a later time. Chunin exams. Chap 5. As much as I'd love to, I don't own Naruto, and sadly never will. The changing history, the chunin exams. Naruto, thanks for helping us, Kurama said. Hey, what are friends for, and you're one of the very few that I have, Naruto answered with a sad smile. Naruto, when we are gone, do you have any way to contact me? I mean, as Kurama said. No, I mean I could, but I would rather not. I mean, any loopholes and any seal master can find a way to get to you guys, Naruto answered honestly. There's one way. You see, I got caught up speaking to Sun and the others, and we have decided to help you, Kurama stated. Naruto raised a brow. How can you help me from all the way over there, he asked. 2 words, summoning contract, Kurama said with the slightest smirk seen to man. What, you have a summoning contract? And here I thought we were friends, Naruto said, mock hurt. Foolish kid, when have I ever said that I'm your friend? But no, we don't. That's why you'll make one so we can choose who to help and who to not, Kurama said. You didn't disagree the first time, he said with a smirk. Kurama's shouts. In an unknown location 2 weeks ago. Setsu senpai, why so down, senpai? Tell Toby. Toby will comfort you, cause Toby is a good boy, said Toby in a childish voice. Toby, we have bad news. The Nanabai has disappeared just like the Sanbai. No trail, no chakra fluctuations. It's as if they're dead for real. We can't find any proof of it would be reborn. However, unlike the Sanbai, the Nanabai disappeared after Taki was destroyed. So another one joins the club of unretrievable pain, spoke from behind them. Don't worry, Pain, I have a plan. We'll have to get Orochimaru to join. He's the only one with the revival technique. We'll summon a previous container and extract it from it, Toby said with confidence. But he's planning the war on Konoha right now. I don't think he'll leave years of his planning for us, Setsu's voiced. Then we'll just have to wait till he is, Toby said before leaving in a spiral. Now in Konoha, the blood clone was having a hard time. He was watching Sasuke getting his ass handed to him by the guy Junior. Oh no, that not what's giving him a hard time. Sakura, who was next to him, was yelling near his ear to go help Sasuke and for Lee to stop hurting her Sasuke-kun when he was under so much stress. You see, Orochimaru had arrived earlier than planned and was staying the base, meaning he had to train elsewhere, which was difficult as Kakashi was always calling the team over to train Sasuke for the chunin exams. Kakashi was the only amusement that the clone had the past month, as Kakashi was trying to help Sasuke unlock his Sharingan, and which had almost killed Sasuke once or twice, but being an arrogant ass he had to look cool, so he was sent to the hospital by the next exercise. And if that was not worse enough, the spy Kabuto was following Team 7 trying to acquire information for Orochimaru, so he had to keep his skills minimum. Yosei, I did it, Guy Sensei, Lee shouted as Sasuke was seen beaten like a punching bag. Magically, Guy arrived with a dynamic entry to Sakura's head while she was running to hit Lee for hurting her Sasuke-kun. Good work, Lee, you have beaten my rival's strongest student. I'm proud of you, Lee. As they began hugging and making an unbreakable genjutsu from the power of youth, making Naruto wonder if the power of youth is stronger than nature. Naruto dismissed the thought, and made a clone to carry his teammates to the exam hall. Once he reached the room, he saw the copycat ninja / Kakashi Hatake. You took his eyes off his book to ask what happened to his teammates, and Naruto was forced to recollect the troublesome memory in narration. Then Kakashi used a small healing technique he had copied over the years to heal the two. Time skip. 1 boring exam later. Naruto is smart. Now inside the forest of death, Naruto was just blown away by a wind jutsu, and saw a medium-sized survivor of the evil snakes come at him, who was dealt with by a wind release slash and headed towards Sasuke and Sakura before they lost their lives. Back with Lord Arrogant, he was not happy that this woman had come and blown Naruto away without a warning and was not agreeing to give him her scroll for her life. How dare she? Obviously she had a death wish, as her life was now forfeited. He ran towards the girl with all his speed, which was godly, and swinged a punch that could rival Tsunade's own, but to his shock the punch was easily caught by the stupid girl. So weak your speed is barely over Genin, and so is the punch. Let's give you another chance, come at me with your best shot, and this time use your Sharingan, the woman ordered. Che, as if I'll need it for a weak person like you, he said as he rushed again only to be kicked to a tree. Again, take this seriously, she said, only the same thing to happen again. Let's do this, I'll give you enough power to kill Itachi if you're able to land a blow on me, she said, trying to motivate him. Hiya GWH, Sasuke's sound vibrated through the forest. You know way, you have yet to activate your Sharingan, don't you, she said with clear anger in her eyes. Sasuke said as he glared at her weakly. Worthless, I guess Itachi was right, he let you go because you're too weak to waste time to kill, as she turned to leave, leaving an anger in Sasuke so he might activate the Sharingan. Naruto's clone that was watching all this smiled. Everything was as plain. Orochimaru had left empty-handed. As Orochimaru made his way out of the area the clone made itself known. Naruto, where in the world were you? Look at what that stupid girl did to Sasuke-kun, Sakura yelled. I was attacked by a snake, where were you when this happened? He already knew the answer, but he had to make her believe that he was telling the truth. I froze, she said, looking down. That's the reason I trained Sakura, to protect those I care for and punish those that did me wrong. You are weak because you don't want to be strong, and unless you wake up from your perfect world you'll be dead soon enough, the clone said, making Sakura cry as he picked up Sasuke and their scroll and fled. Of soon Sakura came following Shadow Clone Jutsu. Naruto said as 10 clones came to view. Go and find a earth scroll, he ordered as the clones took off in groups of 2. Somewhere in the forest of death, 3 people were seen, all of them wearing a light blue hood and a white mask with Kiri logo, which only part that could be seen was their mouths. This team was here led by Raiga and Ranmaru, a heavy assault team. These 3 were currently seen taking among themselves, with the sound team lying dead on the ground. Hee, how lucky we got the scroll, a girl said. You seem excited, Naomi, a boy said. Yes, this is so much fun, the now named Naomi said. Well guys, let's move or Raiga-sensei will get angry, the third one said. Sato, can you sport, you even made us kill them so fast, Naomi whined. Real, let's move, Sato said, completely ignoring Naomi as they took off. What? Hey! Sato-kun, Ryo-kun, wait for me, she said as she followed them. Preliminary stage. For those who think I'm going too fast, you're right, but I want to part soon as I'm free for a few days and am trying to write it fast before college starts. Next, that Saturday, Sasuke, Sakura, Naruto, Kiba, Hinata, Shino, Kabuto, Yoroi, Misumi, Gaara, Temari, Kankuro, Lee, Tenten, Niji, Ryo, Naomi, Sato, Shikamaru, Ino, Choji were present in the arena waiting for the Hokage to send them home, only to know that they had to fight now. Kabuto quickly pulled his name back, making the numbers equal to 9 matches. Ryo of Kiri vs. Misumi of Kona. Ryo jumped down to the ground as he saw his name. This was a chance to Kiri. Proud, he thought. You should give up, I have more skill and experience than you do, you're clearly at a disadvantage, Misumi warned. Begin, Gecko Hate announced. Water release. Water Dragon Jutsu, as a huge water dragon shot out of Ryo's mouth, making Misumi jump out of the way and ran towards him, wrapping himself around Ryo like a snake. Give up or I'll snap your neck, Misumi ordered. How about no, he said as he turned into water clone. When did he? As Misumi started to search for him. That boy, did he just? I see, so he's a Hozuki Hug, the old Kage theorized as he watched the water rays in form of Ryo again. Water gun technique, Ryo said, shooting a concentrated water bullet through the chest of Misumi, killing him. Winner, Ryo Hate said. Naruto of Kona vs. Shikamaru of Kona. Naruto, let's get ready for a battle of brains, Shikamaru said with an excitement that was not seen in any Naruto before him. Begin, Gecko announced. Naruto quickly did a clone technique, making 4 clones and sending them to keep Shikamaru busy while he thought of a plan. Shit ninja art. Shadow Strangle Jutsu, Shikamaru said as his shadow grew and strangled the shadow clones. Shadow imitation technique, he said as his shadow grew again. But Naruto had not moved as the shadow came close enough. Naruto threw a shuriken at Shikamaru, making Shika lose focus. Damn it, Proctor, I give up, he knows too much about the shadow techniques. Winner, Naruto. Uzumaki Hate said. Niji of Kona vs. Hinata of Kona. The fight was good, there were various blows delivered, but Niji was faster, older and focused, which Hinata was not. Naruto saw the hesitation to hurt in every move she took. She was holding back, but Niji came at full power, and so the winner was Niji, and Hinata was hospitalized. Kankuro of Sand vs. Naomi of Kiri. Be careful, Naomi. He's strong, Sato warned. Hi, Sato-kun, Naomi said as she made her way to the arena. Begin, Gecko said. Kankuro took a kunai and threw it towards Naomi. Give up, you're no match for me, he said. Says the guy who wears girly makeup, she countered, making Kankuro to run towards the girl, planning to beat some sense into her. Poof. Kankuro and everyone else but Kiri's team was shocked at what the girl had unsealed from her palm. That's the splash sword. Proctor, I give up, Kankuro said while he was embarrassed that sword would destroy all his puppets with only one hit. Winner, Naomi Hate announced. Sasuke of Kona vs. Kiba of Kona. Sasuke smirked as he made his way into the stage. Give it up, Kiba, you and your mutt won't win, you do not stand a chance against an elite Uchiha. I thought elite Uchihas have the Sharingan unlike you, Kiba mocked. How dare you? You're nothing compared to a true Uchiha, Sasuke shouted. Maybe, but you're not a true Uchiha unless you activate your Sharingan, right? Kiba mused. On the balcony, Kakashi was watching the match very closely. Sasuke, he's trying to make you angry, he said under the breath, but not loud enough to let Sasuke hear as it was against the rules to do so. It's not trying, Kakashi, he has made the boy angry, said a smiling Kurenai. Was Kakashi's response, who was wondering if he really was similar to him, or Obito now. That's enough, are you two ready to begin? Gecko said to the contestants. Sasuke attacked head-on. You'd think he'd learn after the 4th time he got his ass handed to him. Kiba was waiting for the right time as Sasuke came into range and kicked Sasuke, sending him back. He's faster than me. I'll have to use number as my advantage. Akamaru, let's go man, Beast Cloney said, making Akamaru. Sasuke got up and charged back at Kiba, but it would seem that they worked very well together. Che, take this fire release. Great fireball jutsu, sending a big fireball at the Kiba. Akamaru dodged as Kiba pushed Akamaru out of the way, taking the attack head on. Medics. Winner Sasuke. Sato of Kiri vs. Yura of Konoha. Both the contestants were walking down the stairs. Sato was completely calm while Yoroi was a little frustrated. Yoroi was no fool, he knew that this Kiri team was dangerous. He had to plan. He quickly took a shuriken and threw it towards him. Kage shuriken no jutsu, he whispered as the shuriken multiplied. Wind release. Great breakthrough as all the shurikens was blown away as he seemingly disappeared and appearing behind Yoroi. Wind release. Tornado fist as he hit Yoroi with his hand, which had many wind spirals rotating on his wrist. The hit sent Yoroi flying and plaster on a wall. That's at least in a high B to a low A level jutsu, Hokage thought. Winner Sato Hate announced. Sakura of Konoha vs. Ino of Konoha, same as Kennen. Gaara of Sand vs. Lee of Konoha, same as Kennen. Tenten of Konoha vs. Temari of Sand, same as Kennen. Shino of Konoha vs. Choji of Konoha. Begin. Multi-size technique. Arm, Choji said as his arm turned huge. Take this, as he tried to punch Shino, only to turn out to be an insect clone. Iron Mountain, leaning, a voice called from behind Choji. Turn only to see 2 Shinos as they tackled him, sending him flying. No, I can't lose, Choji said as he got up. Flashback. Asuma just saw Ino's match end in a draw and Shikamaru giving up. The only one from his team left was Choji. He needed to make sure that Choji wins, but how he could not do anything to give him an unfair advantage. If that's it, Choji, win the preliminaries, and I'll pay to give you an all-you-can-eat in the restaurant that you want, Asuma said. Asuma turned to see Choji, who was drooling and felt his wallet empty. No, maybe he'll even be in debt after this. Was it a good idea? Damn it. No taking back now. Flashback end. Haya multi-size technique. Bald, Choji said as he expanded, making him turn to a more round figure human bullet tank as Choji started to roll towards Shino. Shino jumped out of the way at the last moment to making Choji crash into a wall. Choji stopped spinning for a few seconds before starting again. Proctor, I give up. It would be illogical to continue while he's spinning. I can't do many jutsus, Shino explained. Winner Choji, Gecko announced. No, damn it, Choji. How do I get out of this one? If I do give him the all-you-can-eat, my date with Kurenai is ruined. Maybe I should postpone the all-you-can-eat until the end of the chunin exams are over and take some good-paying missions, Asuma thought. So Asuma, you won the bet. Where are you taking me out? Kurenai whispered. Well, I thought maybe you'd like to pick a place, he whispered back. Well, everyone please come forward one by one and take a piece of paper from the box and read the number to everyone. The people that gets 1 and 2 will fight and so on, but due to the uneven number of contestants, no, 7, 8, and 9 will have a battle royal. Now come 1, Naruto 8, Sato 6, Choji 3, Sasuke 5, Neji 1, Gaara 9, Ryo 2, Naomi 7, Temari 4. Okay, here are the lineups. Match 1, Neji vs Ryo. Match 2, Choji vs Temari. Match 3, Sasuke vs Sato. Match 4, Triple Threat, Naomi vs Naruto vs Gaara. Dear contestants that made it through to the final part of the exam, congratulations, and do not worry, I will not be taking much of your time. The third exams will be held after 1 month break. Why so, Hokage-sama? Naomi said innocently. This 1 month break is given for you to heal, train, and for the kages of your respective countries to arrive, he said once more. Seeing no one else ask any questions, he dismissed them. Outside, the Mist team was waiting for their sensei when they saw a familiar face walking towards them. Hey look, it's that stupid old guy that gave up after the Forest of Death. So sad is the 7th, 8th time he's failed. I pity you, Stranger-san, Naomi called out. Well, it's okay, but if you won't stop taking about it, that I don't think I'll be able to forget, Ninja-san, Kabuto said while thinking, stupid girl, what is she? 3. If these 3 hadn't interested Orochimaru-sama, you'd be dead, and that blade would be in my hands. Ah. Sorry, old man, Senshi apologized. I'm not that old, you know, he said. What are you guys doing here? A voice called from behind them, which turned out to be Raiga with Ranmaru riding on his back. Well, seems like you're busy. See you later. Please refrain from spying on us during the 1 month break, or we might have to make you, Kabuto-san, Ryo stated. Ha ha ha, yeah, don't worry about me, Kabuto laughed as he took his leave. A week later, in a remote training arena, the clone Naruto was seen practicing his real skills, only to stop when he sensed the person coming towards him. Well, look who it is, the Kohonanin. What may you be doing in the training ground assigned to us? Sato said as he stopped walking. Well, since Orochimaru is staying at the base, I thought this was the best place to train. Heh. You're getting better at sensing. Good work. Fill me up, would you? I don't want to do the whole jutsu again. Hi, Naruto-sama, the clone said, starting to tell him every detail. I see. Go to Kakashi and find out if he's training both of you or just Sasuke again, and we can plan more about the plan later, the real Naruto said. Hi, the clone said as he took off with Kakashi. Kakashi was worried. The council was furious when they heard about the news that their precious Uchiha had not awakened the Sharingan. Well, the civilians, but that does not matter. He was ordered to make sure that Sasuke awakened the Sharingan, and not focus on anything else. He knew what that meant. It was their short form for don't you dare teach the demon anything, but he had received an order he had to obey especially. The Hokage was busy with Anko due to her encounter with the Rouge Sannin, meaning there was no way to fight against. But that was not new. The Sandaime was too old now. He was not able to fight the council. Not anymore. Kakashi-sensei, a voice called from behind, which he was too familiar with. Naruto, what are doing here? Kakashi asked, but inside he already knew the answer. Sensei, when's the training beginning? Naruto said, looking very hopeful. To have some work to do. Naruto, he said, you're training Sasuke again, huh? Naruto said, I am, but don't worry, I got you an even better teacher than me, he said as he introduced Ebisu. Truth was, this was also one of the council's suggestions, but he didn't know why. So the person who hates me openly is your choice to teach me, after only teaching Sasuke in the Genin team and choosing to teach Sasuke again now. I didn't think you would stoop so low, Naruto said as he took off. Kakashi could only stand there shocked and feeling painfully guilty. I really haven't taught them anything, have I? Damn it, due to real Naruto's appearance in the wave arc they did not learn the tree walking. And I say teamwork is the most important. What would Obito and Sensei say if they see me like this? No, I already know what Obito would say. I'm worse than trash. Naruto, I'm sorry, I'll make it up to you, he thought as he turned to Ebisu. You may leave, he said as Ebisu nodded and walked away, leaving Kakashi, who was cursing his own actions. With the clone. The clone was made to be a person very difficult to get on the nerves of, but today Kakashi had done that. He was not angry for him. No, he knew that he was just a clone, a manifestation of the will of his master. It was this master that he was so worried about. If his master had not found the base, his master may had to go through all that favoritism of the person not even worthy of being called a sensei. Kakashi, don't let your guard down during the invasion, or I might just be tempted to kill you, the clone thought, making its way to his master with the Hokage. So they ordered Kakashi to train Sasuke to activate and master the Sharingan, and give Naruto to Ebisu, the old man said as he watched the reports of the Umbu that was inside the room to protect the member if anything may happen, and silently report all that happens to the Hokage if he's not present. Damn council, you are ruining the life of a boy that has potential to stand on the same ground as the sage of the six paths, maybe even more. No, I can't let them shun the boy's growth, as he signaled the Umbu to arrive. Hokage-sama, the cat-masked Umbu said. Cat, I know it must be hard time for you after what happened, but I have a mission for you, the old man said. For those who wonder why I call him old man and not Hokage, is because, after reading some dark Naruto fics, I found that he really is too weak, too old to be Hokage, since he couldn't stop the civilians from not selling thing to him, from kicking him out of the orphanage, and still had the guts to face Naruto. And no, I will not let him die. I have better plans to make him suffer, make him feel how weak he is. This is non-negotiable. I changed a lot and still will for the readers, but I can't change this. It already in action in the next chapter. He died like a ninja, Hokage-sama. I have no complaints, Kat said, but she was teary under the mask. I want you to find Jiraiya. At about time he starts to get to know his godson, the old man said, handing Kat the scroll as she nodded and used leaf shunshin to leave. In the hot springs, a super perverted man was currently doing what he loved to do most, peeping. He had been caught and beaten to an inch of his life by the girls from all around the world for doing so, but the pervert had a unique will to never give up. This was when Kat saw him peeping. Now Kat had two options in front of her: either give him the scroll and leave, or tell the girls and join them to release some stress note to it. Pervert, shouted Kat as Jiraiya fell on the ground and turned around to see a cat-masked Umbu. Damn, pretty girls were about to come, and suddenly a huge mob of women appeared and started to kick the pervert's ass, with Kat joining them. After the mob left, Jiraiya was seen beaten to a pulp with Kat standing near him feeling satisfied. Jiraiya-sama, I have a message from the Hokage, Kat said as she saw Jiraiya trying to stand. Handed over, a little irritated that she busted him. After reading the scroll, it's been 12 years since that. I guess I should at least get to know him a bit. Walking away from the hot springs, leaving Kat wondering what made him so serious. Now where do I find him in this huge village? Sign, I guess the old man is the only one who can tell me for sure with that ball of his. That is Hokage Tower. Hokage-sama, I have done as requested. The message was passed. The only disturbance was a mob attack on him, but nothing out of the ordinary, reported Kat. Chase says, the one that called the girls in the first place, Jiraiya said as he climbed up from the window. Sorry Jiraiya-sama, but I too am a girl and you were in the ladies' area, said Kat without a drop of sorry in her voice. That's enough, you two. Kat, you may take your leave, the old man said. Hi, Kat said as she left. So Jiraiya, what brought you to Konoha? Orochimaru is the Kage of that new village called Sound. I heard they had a team in the exams and came to warn you, the old pervert said. Yes, there was a team from Sound, but they were killed by the team from Kiri, the old man said. Kiri? Didn't they just finish their bloodline wars? Are they already sending a team, the pervert asked. Yes, but just one. They're a strong bunch too. Must be handpicked, the old man said. Man, I heard Kiri was reaching full power in an alarming rate. They have already started taking jobs C to A, and don't waste their time in D's. Every Genin hopefuls are put through chunin level training. And that's not all, they say the economy is also blooming. Some Uzumaki Corps is helping them stand again, Jiraiya said. Yes, the Uzumaki Corps that was previously Gato Incorporated Team 7 encountered the owner in the wave. When he took over the place, his name was Uzumaki Yari, a true Uzumaki. It would seem Kakashi was there at the time, but we were not able to tell the level of his seal mastery, but his skill with the sword was on par with Kushina's own. And not just that, they recently took over with one of the companies in the village. They were a great hit, and made a very big name, the safety seals, and was selling in only Konoha, but due to being taken over all the nations have access to it. They have a lot of dealings with the businesses in Konoha and have some land too. He seems to be buying land in other nations as well, starting small business and new factories. Yari is quite smart guy. The Uzumaki Corps will be a huge company one day. So does he have a village? He asked. We don't know. Everything about him is unknown, the old man replied. I'll see what I can find on him, Sensei, Jiraiya said, moving towards the window. Are you going to run away again, Jiraiya? This stopped Jiraiya in his tracks. The old man was right. He was trying to run away, not from the responsibility, from the pain from seeing the face of Naruto that looked just like his father's copy with whiskers. Heh. I guess I can't run forever, huh? Where is he, by the way, Sensei? He asked. He's at the Hokage mountain on top of the head of your student. He says he can think more calmly, their old man said. Ironic, isn't it? Well, I'll meet him tomorrow, Jiraiya said as he left. On top of the 4th's head, the clone was just back from the morning routine that started at 5 a.m. and finished about 13 p.m. 2 more weeks till the finals, 2 weeks until the fight with Gaara and Naomi/Fu. He had to think of a plan right now. The both of them were to attack Gaara at once, but the sand was a huge problem and that he was completely insane. This was going to be hard. You seem worried, boy, a voice called, which shocked and annoyed him a little. Che, I let my guard down. Che, shut it, old man, go get drunk somewhere, the clone said, shooing him. Ha 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 ha, as much as I'd like that. That's not what I'm here for, you, Jiraiya said, reveling himself. So are you committing suicide? Good for you, Naruto said. Jiraiya face drops. Come on, kid, do you really think someone like me would do something like that? Let's see. Old check, perverted or a check, I have a 100% guarantee that you're not married. And I'm almost sure you're a virgin, so yeah, the clone said in a calm voice. During the entire time Jiraiya had his head down, but anger kicked in when he said the secret words, why you're so dead, brat, Jiraiya said as he ran after toward Naruto. And he ran away at full speed to get away, only to be caught and get a hard boing to the head. Che, listen, brat, I don't know how smart you are. You say you don't know that I'm a Sannin, but you know everything else about me, Jiraiya says angrily. So you don't deny that you're still a virgin, he said as he used substitution technique to run away. Jiraiya's shout was voiced through the village as he ran through it trying to find him. 5 hours later, Naruto was sitting on top the 4th's head again when he saw a tired Jiraiya approaching him. Finally tired of chasing me, the clone said with a smile. I'm going to get back at you one of these days, brat, Jiraiya said, taking long breaths. Keep on dreaming, the clone said with a smirk. Overconfidence is not good, brat, Jiraiya. Don't worry, pervert, I know my limits, he said. Oh, and what's your limits, the pervert asked. Why do you want to know? He said cautiously. Well, if I'm going to teach you, I at least need to know them, right, the pervert answered. Why do you want to teach me? Well, I guess right now is as good as any, Naruto Uzumaki. I am the Toad Sannin of Konoha, Jiraiya, and your godfather. The clone was speechless. Is this person telling the truth? He was his master's godfather. This man abandoned him for all his life and had the nerve to try to come in front of his master. Why? He asked, his anger boiling. I'm the spy master of the village, Naruto. I have to be out of the village a lot, Jiraiya tried to explain. That does not mean you couldn't even visit, the clone said, getting more angry at his excuses. I've been busy, Jiraiya started but was interrupted. Don't you dare lie to me. I know how spy system works. You have Tio report every 2 months, Tio the Hokage, the clone shouted. Jiraiya dropped his head, unable to face Naruto. He was right. Both as a spy master and a Sannin, they must present a report on the activities or problems they encountered, personally or by letter, for which he had come to the village for many times, but he just couldn't bring himself to meet the boy and left soon after, hoping to have more courage. Next time, every time he really wishing he had gone, he had hoped to calm Naruto's anger by telling him it was duty, but he was seen through. Naruto, I'll make it up to you, please give me another chance, Jiraiya begged. No, I don't give or take any chances, not since I was 5, he answered coldly, making Jiraiya flinch. He had heard about that incident, but at the time was hot on the trail of Orochimaru, but it only turned out to be a fake trail, and by then everything had passed. Forget about it, Jiraiya, I want to have nothing to do with you, as he took of. I'm sorry, Minato. Kushina, I failed the one thing you trusted me to do, to be there when he was alone, when he was being glared at, and his ups and downs. I failed everyone, Weeping Jiraiya thought. After the 1-month break, main arena. Okay everyone, I hope you're all familiar with the rules and the preliminaries. Rules good, same rules, but no ruthless killing. It may frighten the civilian crowd. Now my name is Ginma Shirani, but you can call me Ginma now. Any questions? The new proctor said. One, where's the old one? Ryo said. Dead, like we all will be one day. We can only hope to die as honorably as he did, said Ginma, thinking of the times he spent with Gecko. Contestants for the first match are Niji, Hyuga and Ryo. These two stay. Others, please make your way to the contestants area, he instructed, pulling himself out of the memories. You should give up, you can't beat me. Fate has already decided this, Niji said. You really have problems. Kiri was deemed doomed by fate after the civil war. Look at us now, we are at 86% of our previous power, all on our will. Remember this, a person with a will strong enough can even defeat fate, Ryo said. In the Kage's bench. He's quite mature for a boy his age, the Kazekage less Orochimaru said. War has a way of making people mature so quickly that they don't even get to enjoy their childhood, the old man said. True, Kiri has been through a lot, but they're raising through at amazing rates, isn't it, Mizukage Dano, the Kazekage said. Yes, the Uzumaki Corps helped out a lot from donations, loans, transportation of goods at low prices, you name it, Mei said with a smile. Naruto had not asked for much unless to borrow a jonin so that he could enter the exams and borrow their name. Mei of course thought, why decline the coming fame? Yeah, them, I heard a lot about them. They're buying land across nations. Even in Suna thought we welcomed the extra income. We can't help but be worried about their raising power. The Kazakage said he was really curious. I even heard the leader is an S-rank ninja, so strong to kill Yura without being seriously injured makes you wonder why he buys so many lands, the old man said. That I don't know, but Kiri supports them all the way and are stabilizing their friendships with Kumo and IWA by providing women's safety from that, May said, as it seemed like they were seeing Uzumaki Corps as something that should be destroyed. The old man had not really been planning to take down a company like that. This company's head was in Uzumaki, and the elders wanted him in Konoha after the reports, and the civilian council joined after the takeover. The safety seals, the word was they had much better seals that they're not sure if they should sell or not. Arena battleground. Well, if you two are done with the petty arguments, shall we start? Genma asked, looking bored. Hey, of course I'm ready. I have fate on my side, Niji said cockily. I'm ready too, Ryo said, not sounding the least bit caring. Okay, so let the battle begin, Genma shouted and jumped a few meters back to give them some space. Water release. Gunshot, Ryo said, sending rapid gunshots towards Niji. Hey, I'll show you why fate choose me. 8 trigrams palm rotation. As he started rotating, the chakra rotation was strong enough to withstand the jutsu that Ryo was using, so he switched tactics. Well, look at you going all fate when you don't believe in it at all. Did you steal the main branch's jutsu attempting to kill the Hyuga heiress? You really do have a nut loose. You know, Ryo said, trying to make him angry, and it worked. You have no idea of the life, but was stopped by the killing intent Ryo was releasing. Now Ryo was a very calm man. He was Yugura after all, a ex-Kaga, but there are things that gets on his nerves. Don't finish that sentence, bastard. Kiri have been in a war for so long, they've seen so many family and friends die, and you are going on about fate. Asshole, you have had a happy life compared to some others I know. They were shunned, beaten, not thought well, kicked out of shops. They had to eat out of garbage cans and still have more will to fight for their right. I'm done taking easy on you. I'll show no mercy, Ryo said angrily. Water style. Exploding water shockwave, Ryo said as a huge fountain of water started pour out of his mouth so fast that Niji had to jump back to survive the wave, but it still caught him. Send him back. Che, it's not going to do you any good. I will win, Niji declared. You're delusional. My element covers this ground, Ryo said calmly. So what? I can water walk, you know, Niji said, walking on water like Ryo was. Let me show you what I mean. Water release. 5 feeding snakes. The jutsu is the same as sharks, just with snakes. You know, Naruto likes snakes, so he altered them a bit, he said. With a sign, Naruto had made him learn Kisame's water jutsus that might be useful, as well as the ability he got from Sanbai, which resembles the Hozuki hydration technique, and allowed him to use it. It's like a combination of water replacement and hydration through. I don't know if there's much difference. I just want him to use the great jutsus. Shit, this is bad. I can't use Kaiten and walk on water at the same time. Does not have the control. I have to take him down before these things catch up to me, he thought while running like crazy trying to get closer to Ryo. Finally, take this water, freak, Niji said as he fisted Ryo with a gentle fist, making the snakes turn to water. You were a good fight, but F Niji, as water tentacles wrapped around his hands and legs, making him immobile. You are too cocky, Hyuga, and so you don't make the same mistake again. I'll just castrate you. Consider it a favor for what I would have done if you weren't dead in manga, he said as lots of water clone rose and took part in the beatdown of the Hyuga. Winner, Ryo of Kiri. Okay, second match, contestants. As requested, the stadium has been cleaned, but we were not able to clean it all, the proctor said as puddles were seen everywhere. I can't use bullet tank in this place, so hands will have to do. Choji. Ready, begin. The match started as Temari jumped back and took her fan out, trying to finish this early multi-size technique. Arms, as both his arms grew and ran toward Temari, who used her fan to make a gust of wind, making Choji fall down. The wind took me off balance. No sensei looked so happy when I made it here, boasting I will win for them. For my team, Choji thought as he took a green-colored ball from his pocket. Dad told me not to take any color but green in these exams. Watch me, Dad, as he ate it, and stood up. He rushed towards Temari, who was readying her second. Why not end it now? Sickle weasel technique, making Choji go up in a tornado. She then jumped up, planning finish it when Choji was falling. She slashed the closed fan towards Choji, only for him to catch it with ease. You fell for it, Choji said. He pulled the fan and punched her to the ground, making a small crater. I have no hate for Temari, heck, she's hot, but it was an inky pinky poolly choice of win. Winner, Choji Akimichi. Next up is the third match. This match is between Sato and Uchiha. Sasuke, contestants, please make your way through the arena, Genma announced as the crowd started cheering and started to bet on the Uchiha, who has yet to arrive, while Raiga was betting on Sato/Naruto like there's no tomorrow. Where is the Uchiha? Genma asked, not seeing the Uchiha at the arena. Just then the people that were waiting for the name jumped out, acting cool. These two were training this pose since yesterday. The duo Kakashi Hatake and Uchiha Sasuke. Sorry, are we late? Just made it. It's his turn now, get off the field, Kakashi, Genma said, annoyed. Kakashi quickly used Leaf Shunshin to get near the Hokage and whispered something. Later. Okay, contestants, ready? Begin. Genma stated. Give up, AD. Sasuke started but was unable to finish as something hit him on the head, and he lost his balance. What was that? He said, looking everywhere for what, only to see it to be a pebble. You how d. He was able to say as he was hit again. Damn it, as he angrily threw the pebbles back, but were easily caught by Sato. Thanks for giving them back, as he started to throw pebbles. Again, not one missed its target. You think these pebbles will defeat me? POW, Sasuke said before he was sent flying. Huh, can't see a pebble coming, can't see my fist coming. Are you really an Uchiha? Sato said, sounding very serious. Che, I'll show you, Sasuke said as he rushed at Sato at speeds similar to Lee's with his weights on. Finally Sato mused as they got locked in a fight of taijutsu. They were great. The pace was evenly matched as they placed their blows. Although their styles were completely different, they were perfectly in sync with each other. Or so you think. Sato was getting bored of holding back. Let's take things up a notch, Sato said. Sasuke smiled. I thought you'd never ask, as they jumped back, both going through hand signs. Fire release. Great fire ball jutsu. Sasuke finished. Fire release. Great flame bullets, Sato shouted as the two released their flames at their opponent. The jutsus clashed, and Sasuke's huge ball of fire and Sato's bullets of flame fought for dominance, but alas, quantity took best over the quality, and showered over Sasuke, who used substitution to exchange with a log a nearby tree. Come on, Uchiha, no need to hide, as he unsealed the seal on his right arm, with turned to be a katana, just a regular normal one used by armatures, but it was enough for this fight. Wind release. Wind walk, he thought as he disappeared from sight in the benches. So not only good at wind but also fire, a dangerous combo if they can use them well, Kakashi mused. So the brats are actually good. He used strong wind in the preliminaries and using fire now. Orochimaru-sama was right, I'll have to approach them during the invasion, Kabuto whispered to himself as he took the stance in the arena as an Anbu captain. In the arena, the next thing everyone saw was Sasuke falling from the sky. God damn it, Sasuke said as he tried to rise but stopped when he felt a blade at his neck. Give up, Sato ordered as Sasuke growled. Winner, Sato Genma announced. Kage benches. Another victory for Kiri, huh? That's Konoha 1 and Kiri 2, huh? I guess soon as next, huh? Orochimaru spoke. Don't count Naruto out, he's the strongest of the genin, and the smartest too, Hokage said with a smile. Naomi is as strong as the other two. I hope what you're saying is true. She likes to play a lot, Mei said with a smirk, as she had seen what Naomi did with the ninjas she tested her with. Those three are too strong. Why didn't you field promote them? Izukage Dano, Orochimaru asked. I was going to, but with the chunin exam that were coming in, few genins and Kiri at the moment, I thought it would be best, and with an added bonus we get fame, she explained. Cunning Mei Dano, the old man said. Why thank you, Hokage-sama. Look, the match is starting, Mei thanked and informed. On the ground, the final match of the first round between Naomi, Naruto and Gaara. Contestants, will you please make your way to the ground? Good, here are the special rules. You can work together on one opponent, but the fight will be last man standing. Okay, contestants, ready, begin, Genma announced. The three stood in a triangle formation. When Gaara sent his sand at both of them, Naruto jumped to dodge, but Naomi had another plan. She went through some hand signs and said, water release. Gunshot, as she shot bullets that clashed with the sand, making it fall. Naomi as plain, I'll keep him distracted. Go prepare the jutsu, Naruto said as he formed 50 clones which charged at Gaara, who seemed to like destroying the clones, though soon found it getting harder and harder. You, how are your clones getting so hard to hit? Gaara ordered. Simple, you're hitting all of the same way, Naruto answered. I see, then take this sand shuriken, said Gaara as he sent shurikens made from sand at Naruto and his clones. Naruto was able to dodge, but his clone weren't that lucky. I see you have more jutsus than which he showed at the preliminaries. Well, let's go something about that sand, shall we? Naomi, Naruto called, making Gaara's eyes widen. He had forgotten about the girl due to the clones' combos he had to block. Gaara turned to see a huge tsunami coming at him. Water release. Great waterfall technique, Naomi said as the water jutsu collided with Gaara's defense, making his sand wet. Now Gaara heard Naruto's voice from the back. He turned to see about 10 clones running towards him. He shot his sand, but the water had made it too slow and hard to control, making them able to hit him, sending him flying. Blood. My blood, Gaara shouted madly as he saw the blood from his mouth. It's time, Kabuto thought as he activated the genjutsu, making most people in the arena wall asleep and smoke bombs to go up in the Kage benches. Chap 6. The invasion of the Orochimaru. It's time, Kabuto thought as he activated the genjutsu, making most people in the arena wall asleep and smoke bombs to go up in the Kage benches. Sand and sound shinobi started attacking the arena, and the jonins present were trying to save the people. Temari and Kankuro both made their way to Gaara to get him out of the village, to the point where he must turn, only to be stopped by Ryo and Naomi, leaving the half-possessed Gaara and Naruto clone to finish their fight. Let's go all out, shall we? Gaara, Naruto said. D sand shuriken. Gaara threw a barrage of sand shurikens. Not going to work. Wind release. Great breakthrough, the clone said, blowing the attack away. Now to make an opening. Shadow clone jutsu, the clone said, creating 30 clone that raced towards Gaara, who started throwing more shurikens made from sand, but some made through making and grabbing Gaara's arms, while the original clone tried to use 5 elements seal on Gaara, but it turned out to be a sand clone. What got you now, Uzumaki? Gaara shouted as he came from behind, sending a bunch of shurikens at the clone, who used substitution to get away. Damn it, he can use jutsus in that form. I'll have to tire him out, but for that I'll have to take him out of here. Naruto thought. Hey Gaara, catch me if you can, the clone shouted as he ran away. Naruto, get back here and prove my existence, Gaara shouted before running after him. Okay clones, I'll take him to the forest while you guys go protect the Ichirakus. We can't let them damage that stand, said the blood clone to the clones that he made just now, as it took off with the real Naruto. On the other side, Ryo, Naomi and Sato were sighting atop of the Kage tower watching the invasion when Raiga and Mei landed on their backs. Naruto-san, what are our orders? Mei asked. Naruto slowly turned and faced Mei. I see you were able to survive the barrier. Yes, I had to act fast, but it was not that hard, she answered. To answer your question, Mei-san, for the meantime we wait, turning back to face the village once more as Mei and Raiga nodded. With Sasuke. Sasuke was in the stadium restroom when the genjutsu had stuck and had come out to see the whole place at war. Naturally no one would expect war to break out so suddenly. I can prove myself, he thought as he ran off, fighting of the weaker people of the invasion. Sasuke, good to see you fighting so bravely. Kakashi smiled even in the situation as he kicked another one down. Yash! Your student's most youthful Kakashi guy said as he caught two people that was coming by their heads and banged them hard, knocking them out cold. Sensei, where's Naruto? Sasuke asked. I saw him leading Gaara out of the stadium a while back, must have taken him away from the crowd, Kakashi answered. Kakashi, I think something's wrong, look at the roof that where dad was, Asuma stated as he stabbed another shinobi through the shoulder. Sand and the sound attacking together, this may be bad, we have finished this area and through the village, and take down any invaders inside, then head and back the borders up, Kakashi voiced. Troublesome shadow possession jutsu, Shikamaru said as he used the jutsu to catch the enemy shinobi, which were latter knocked out by Kurenai, who was not a taijutsu type. The forest. The clone was running deep within the forest with Gaara following closely behind, slowly getting more and more impatient as Shikaka kept shouting inside his head. Uzumaki, stop being a coward, or are you too scared to face me? Gaara said, trying to anger the clone to stop running and die by his hand, finally proving his existence. This should be far enough now to make him eat his words, the clone thought as he stopped running. Borders. The borders were currently under attack by a three-headed snake, making it difficult to directly attack the enemies, and Anko was trying to use her own to stop the snake, but her snakes were too small to stop them and were being pushed back when Jiraiya appeared on top of Gamabunta attacking the three-headed snake. Deal with the men, I'll deal with the snakes, Jiraiya said as he focused on the snake in front of him. Bunta, give me some oil. Fire release. Toad oil flame bullet as the toad released a geyser of oil, while Jiraiya set it to flame, making the three-headed snake burn to ashes. Thanks, Jiraiya-sama. Men defend the left, Ibiki ordered. Back with the clone. Finally tired of running? Good, come here so I can rip your trout, Gaara said insanely. Now why would I do that, the clone said as he went through some seals before saying fire release. Exploding fire bullets shooting balls of fire at Gaara. You think that enough? Sand wall, Gaara said, creating a wall of sand in front of him. Got you, the clone thought as the bullets hit the wall and exploded, creating a thick smoke that cleared to revel completely unharmed Gaara. Good, Uzumaki, more make me feel alive. Where are you hiding, Uzumaki? Gaara said when he realized that Naruto was no longer there. Right here, the clone said, grabbing from behind. Let's light things a bit, shall we, Gaara? The clone said before it exploded. How's that, Gaara? Are you tired yet? The blood clone thought, hiding among the trees as he saw the smoke start to clear, showing Gaara as his sand falling from the damage it had received from the blast. To think you damaged my sand in this form. Uzumaki, your death will prove my existence, Gaara said as he suddenly went poof. The smoke was so big that it had covered a big space of the area. Soon the smoke cleared, showing Gaara in his fully transformed state. He watched closely as Gaara's upper body came out the head of Shikaku. Uzumaki, you are something to think. You forced me to this state, but this is the end of the lion feigning sleep technique, Gaara said as he soon fell asleep. No way, why would he shout all that nonsense and fall asleep? The clone thought, a little confused. Oh baby, I'm finally free, Shikaku roared. Shit, so he gave the handle to the beast. Stupid. Baka, what do I do? Wait, Gaara's body's still visible, but why? Of course his sleeping must be the reason why this guy's out again. I'll have to wake him up, the clone thought as he bit his hand and went through some hand signs. Summoning jutsu. Senshi, the clone said as a huge puff of smoke covered the area, reveling Senshi in the forest. You know, when I said you can summon me anytime, I was not thinking that I would have to fight a damn Bijou, Senshi said, shouting the last part. Don't worry, I just need you to restrain him long enough to use the 5 elements seal on him, said the clone. Fine, sit tight, I'll have to use all my speed to wrap around a Bijou, but I should be able to keep him down for a minute, Senshi said as he sped off at amazing speeds, wrapping around Shikaku. Hey, let me go, stupid snake, Shikaku said as he tried to break free. This is harder than I thought, hurry, Senshi roared. The blood clone did not need to be told twice as he jumped up the Shikaku's head and used the 5 elements seal on Gaara, making the Shikaku curse out and the sand to break, making them fall, but luckily Senshi was able to catch them, the great fall, and be squashed like Humpty Dumpty. The clone was about to lie down for a quick rest before he felt the presence of Root Umbu heading towards them. Damn it, another thing I have to take care of. Senshi, take Gaara to the base while I greet the guests, the clone said, standing up again. With the civilians. Council, how could you people let this happen? A civilian asked the councilors. We didn't know it was a surprise invasion, one councilwoman told them. Why weren't you supposed to keep us safe? So many people died while we sat here completely helpless, a civilian shouted. Please be quiet, there may be enemy ninjas anywhere, a chunin said. With the real Naruto. Mei-san, Raiga-san, would you please back up the south border? They are having some problem in numbers, Sato said. Hi, Mei and Raiga said as they left. Why send them so quickly? Enyagura started but stopped when Naruto raised a hand. Why don't you come out now, Kabuto-san, he said as a figure started approaching them. Well, I was hoping to be able to speak freely, but I'm curious why you aren't helping Konoha, Kabuto asked. This is not our village, is it, Kabuto-san? But don't worry, we will help them. We are just letting them get hurt a bit, Sato said, glancing at the village. It's almost time, he thought. I see, but you see, I can't let you do that. I have been given the task to present you the chance to be a lot stronger than you are now, Kabuto said in a manipulative voice. Oh, and how's that? Naruto asked. I am led by none other than the legendary Orochimaru, the snake Sannin, Kabuto announced with pride. The Orochimaru, so what? It's not like he'll teach us himself, or anything, Naruto said. Of course he will. He has seen the amount of potential inside of you and wants you to be able to use it, Kabuto said with the same manipulative voice he used before, slowly walking towards them. Why? Why us, Ryo said, acting surprised. Because you're strong and have the power to outshine the world if given it to, but Kiri will only hold you back. There aren't any S-class ninjas that could teach you there, they just want you to be a use to them, a tools. Orochimaru-sama will give you a place you can call a home. A place you can fit in. A place where your growth won't be shunned by the elders because they're afraid of it. Come with us to Otogekure and you'll have it all, Kabuto said, keeping his hand on Naruto's shoulder, thinking he's already won. Strong, I am already strong, dumbass, Naruto said as he stabbed him through the stomach. You dare, Kabuto started but was unable to finish as his head got cut of Whirlpool's sword. Third stance, moon cutter, Naruto said and smiled, finally fast enough to use it. Okay guys, let's go to the roof. On the roof. Sorry you've grown old, the Night Aim stated as he came out of his box. First, second. Orochimaru has your thirst for power brought you so low that you disturb the dead to get more. I had to, old man, I've been kicked out by the snakes, this is the only option, I have to kill you, Orochimaru said as he put 2 kunais into the 2 Hokages he bought back. Now Orochimaru started but was disturbed. Wait a minute, a voice called. Orochimaru turned to see 3 hooded figures. They changed the clothes. All had long-sleeved and black hoods. What is it, Orochimaru stated. The one in the middle stepped forward and took out a scroll and opened it as he put his chakra into it. Lots of writing shot out of it and started to cover the barrier around it and suddenly started to glow and destroyed it. What the sound? 4 shouted as they saw the barrier break from the outside. You idiots, take care of them now, Orochimaru ordered them as he saw Anbu coming to back the Hokage and made the first use of Wujutsu to get rid of them. You should have used that on us, Orochimaru, Naruto as he dropped Sakan and Yukon on the ground. Not that it worked, but at least it would be a little more work than this. You brats, you think you're real smart putting your nose where it doesn't belong. Wrong, this is the last mistake you'll ever do in your life. Night Aim, get them. First take Sarutobi, Orochimaru ordered. I don't like that order, take them while I play with Orochimaru for a bit, Naruto said as he received a nod as they dashed towards the Night Aim and Shodai respectfully. With Night Aim, I'll be your opponent, Yura said, still in his mask. You'll need help, I may not be at full power but I'm still at S-class strength, Tobirama said. Don't worry so much, Tobirama Dano, I've been a Kage at one point of time myself, though not as strong as you. I can handle you at this level of strength, Yura said, sounding confident. I see, then we shall begin. Water release. Water colliding wave, the Night Aim said as he clapped his hand and created a vortex of water from thin air and sent it towards Yura. With just the clap of the hands, truly a water master, Yura thought as he went through 4 hand seals. Water release. Great waterfall technique, he said, creating a water spiral around him and sent it towards the oncoming attack as they clashed. With the Shodai. Shodai was walking towards Sarutobi trying to delay their fight when a person appeared in front of him, making him look up. Shodai-senpai, I'll be the one to break all the bones in your body, please, the person said. You know, I think the jutsu allows instant regeneration, Hashirama said, sweating. He didn't know why, but this woman had a bone to pick with him. Oh, that's okay, I'll be happy to do it all over again, she said, making Hashirama sweat even more. Lady, what have I possibly done to you, Hashirama asked. You cursed my life, she said as she dashed forward. Cursed her? How could I have? I been dead for wait, does that mean I failed? He thought, clapping his hands would release. Wood binding technique, he said as several roots came out of the roof and wrapped around Fu while she was dashing towards him. I'm sorry, I tried to bring peace by distributing the bijus to them, but I guess they just saw them as tools of war. I wanted it to be a balance, and for them to be put where no one can misuse their power the way Madara did, but I made it more easier for them to misuse the power, didn't I? He said in a sad voice, looking at the ground. Yes you did, he heard before he was sent flying. What, how did you break out? Hashirama asked, shell shocked as he saw the bits of wood that remained. I should have sensed it. Someone used chakra of even brute force to break it, then how? Confused? Good, Fu said as she ran towards him again. Secret earth jutsu. Deep forest creation, he said, making trees grow everywhere near them. Let's see how you got out of the binds, shall we? Okay, but save your trees first, Shodai, Fu said with a smile, making the Shodai's eyes widen as he started to look around only to see parts of his trees falling down. How can this be? The Shodai had lived a great life with many enemies, but none made his wood release look like cheap and old woods. Simple, really. I had the 7-tailed beetle that gave me the ability to control any insects I wished to, and I'm doing so right now with termites. I have checked, it is an insect, Fu said with a smirk. So you're like my wood element's natural enemy, huh? Shodai said, a little relieved. No, I'm not, I just control your worst nightmare, she said. With Orochimaru, Sarutobi and Naruto. Orochimaru and Sarutobi stared shocked at the 2 battles going on. These brats can keep up with the Hokages. Maybe I can persuade them into joining me, and then maybe do some experiments on them, thought Orochimaru, while Sarutobi was thinking to think these children are able to keep up with legends like them. The future generations truly are meant to surpass the last. Nice fights, aren't it? Naruto asked, taking his eyes of the fights to speak with the 2. Yes, quite a catch you got there. I'm really glad you bought them. I'll take them and spare you. Now off you go, Orochimaru said arrogantly while Sarutobi was eyeing the situation closely. You know, Orochimaru, I really am a fan of yours. The power, the nice jutsus. And the snake summons, Naruto said, planning to make Orochimaru attack him. Yes, now why don't you leave? Orochimaru said as this was getting on his nerves. I was lucky enough to find the snake summons years ago, Naruto said, catching the previous snake Sannin's eyes. So he said, I was told how the people did not like you, so I may have fueled their anger and started the war that took place last year, said Naruto innocently. You started that war? Orochimaru shouted angrily. Yes, I did. You see, I didn't want to be a shadow, so I destroyed the top dog and took its place. Get it? Naruto said coldly, making Orochimaru furious, and as he took out the legendary blade Kusanagi and charged towards him, only to blocked by a Chikuto, the witch pure black, made from whirlpool metal, the rarest chakra conducting metal in the world, a red handle, and there was the letters Samahata, light blue, engraved into the blade with the real Samahada's remains. It was poisoned by the nature chakra and was dying. Nice blade, right? Naruto asked as he pushed the Kusanagi back with his own. Yeah, but I clearly see it's a fake. Samahada is nowhere near like that, he mocked, trying to make Naruto angry. Well, that's where you're wrong. I had this sword made from the remains of Samahada and the rarest metal, the whirlpool metal. It's nowhere near original, making it near unbreakable, chakra conducting, chakra absorbing, just like any other legendary blades. Nice, right? Naruto showed off. Hey, trying to make your own legend by stealing others' things. You don't have confidence in your own powers, do you? Orochimaru mocked. I could say the same thing to you. Don't you think others' bodies, others' bloodlines and others' jutsus? You don't even have your own body, old man, Naruto said coldly. Orochimaru was a very calm man that played every situation, but there was a list of people like Itachi that could make his blood crawl, and it would seem that this guy was just like him in the department. You're dead, Orochimaru said as he rushed towards Naruto's snake sword. Swift stab, Orochimaru said as he aimed to stab Naruto in the stomach. Fortunately, Naruto was able to parry the oncoming sword due to his mastery with the style. Nice aim, but you're going to have to do better than that, Naruto said, rushing toward Orochimaru and starting an intense sword fight with Naidame and Yugura. Your mastery over water is very impressive, but sadly that is not enough to defeat me. Water release. Water dragon jutsu, the Naidame said as he created a water dragon from the moisture in the air and shot it towards Yugura. Water release. Striking water snake, Yugura said, making a water snake, and it collided with the Naidame's dragon. I see you like snakes a lot, don't you? Naidame said, trying to start a conversation. Not really, a friend likes them a lot and snakes are our ally, so Yugura explained before putting his hand up. Water release. Water gun technique, he said as he shot the Naidame Hokage with the Naidame Mizukage technique. The Naidame was shocked. He didn't have any time to react as he was shot through the heart. If he was not bound to this world, he would have been dead for sure. That's quite a jutsu you have there. I don't think that's a simple jutsu though. Do you have a blood limit? The Naidame asked. Well, I'll humor you this one time as I'm about to destroy the jutsu. No, I don't have a bloodline, it's a clan technique that I stole, said Yugura as he started to go through some hand signs. A way to beat this jutsu? I'd like to see that, but don't expect me to sit back and watch. This body moves on its own, you know, the Naidame advised, though I can't use Hiraishin at this level of power. I still have my strong water ninjutsu, he thought as he tried to use Hiraishin and failed. Water release. Water gunshot, the Naidame said as he shot several bullets at Yugura. Yugura saw the bullets heading towards him but did not pay any mind to it, and fastened his speed. He jumped out of the way and kept running as the Naidame was still shooting the bullets at him. He quickly finished the final hand sign at a tiger. I'll need more power for the attack. I have to use it, Yugura thought as light blue marks, like the curse seal but with the obvious color change, and his eyes started glowing blue as well. He's using the purified Bijou chakra, no cloak. Sorry. These changes were not noticed by the Naidame, the hood covering him, but he had sensed the changes in his chakra density and felt a cold chill go down his spine. Finally, I'm ready, Yugura said, smiling. Water release. Rotating water dome, he called out. You don't want me getting out or something? Naidame asked, confused. Well, as a matter of fact, yes, but no as well. This is necessary for the next jutsu I'm about to cast, but let's explain what I'm about to do, shall we? There are 3 things that hold you here in this world. 1. Unfulfilled wishes. 2. Seals. And 3. A physical body sacrificed for the jutsu. Without any of these you would not last here, so we're going to destroy the third part. Let's begin, shall we? Water release. Endless water spears, Yugura explained. Naidame was caught between uncountable numbers of spears from every direction. He tried to defend using water release, water dome, but found the spears so dense that it broke through the defense. Naidame could feel more and more holes in his body. His left arm was all gone and lost the right side of his face, but he still had a smile on his face as he was happy that he was able to leave before hurting his village with the shodai. My worst nightmare. You misunderstand. You may be able to destroy my wood, but I still have water and earth releases in my bag, like this one earth release. Earth pillar, Shodai said as he sent a pillar of earth toward Fu. Fu saw the pillar coming and pulled his arm back and punched it, breaking the pillar to pieces. Shocking. Hashirama, how I may not be a master, but I'm sure it wasn't that weak. Does she know sage mode, or is it another technique? He thought. Is something wrong? Fu asked. How did you break it? He asked. Simple. Chome gave me super strength before leaving, she said, confusing the Shodai even more. Oh well, he thought as he went hand signs for a water jutsu, as it was clear that earth and wood would not hurt her. Water release. Water drilling bullet. I ran out of ideas, Hashirama said, sending 3 drilling water bullet at Fu. Water release large projectile, Fu said as he aimed it at the upcoming bullets, destroying them with ease. So taijutsu is out. Ninjutsu is out next. Kenjutsu, he as he unsealed a large blade which he used to battle Madara with and attacked. I hope you are able to hold out, young one. I don't want to be the end of such potential, he thought sadly. Fu saw the attack coming and smirked. The last 2 months she was drilled Kenjutsu until she mastered the style. The previous owner of the splash sword and with the shadow clones, Naruto, taught her. She was able to learn more as well. She quickly unsealed the splash sword and got ready. As expected, Hashirama did not know about the 7 swords of the mist and attacked head-on. Looks like it worked. The seals Naruto put on the sword to hide the tags works, she, though as she strikes horizontally, which Hashirama tried to block head-on. Got you, she thought. Boom! A big bang occurred on the roof and Hashirama was sent flying. He had lost his hand and his left kidney. He didn't feel pain, but it was quite difficult to get up as the wounds were healing. He stood up weakly only to get shocked as he saw bullets of exploding paper bombs at him. Splash sword art. Exploding paper bullets, Fu repeated as Hashirama exploded to pieces along with the hosting body. Done, Fu said with a satisfied smirk. With Naruto and Orochimaru, Sandaime watching the match. Naruto and Orochimaru was still in their sword fight. Orochimaru was trying to use his length and flexibility to his advantage where Naruto was trying to use his knowledge in Orochimaru's style and his knowledge in other styles to his advantage. The fights was consisting of many unnamed techniques being used before they realized it was taking too long and jumped back. You're quite the swordsman. I didn't think a brat would come close to my level, he said. There are lots of other things that I'm better than you at. Many hidden shadow snake hands, he said as he shot about 10 medium-sized snake towards Orochimaru, which made Orochimaru's eyes widen as he jumped out of the way while going through some hand signs. You think you'll get me with my own jutsu's wind release. Violent wind blades as Orochimaru shot many wind blades out of his stomach, attacking the snake and killing them effectively. Well, that's nice, but see this, he said as he took out his first blade as well and rushed towards Orochimaru. Whirlpool dual sword. Dual solar flares, Naruto said as he disappeared and appeared behind Orochimaru, who had his eyes wide. Naruto's blades were on fire but slowly dimming. Suddenly Orochimaru felt himself burning with second-degree burns on several places on his body. What happened? Orochimaru can't spit out a new body. You really are not able to use any snake style jutsus, are you? Naruto said with a smirk. Girl, you think you're so strong? I'll kill you right here, you bastard, Orochimaru said, not being able to think straight anymore. Earth release. Stone snakes, Naruto said as two snakes made from stone made its way out of the ground, biting Orochimaru's hands. Say goodbye to your arms, Kurama, now, Naruto thought as Kurama channeled his chakra through the snake's fangs to the arms of Orochimaru, making him howl in pain. The chakra was destroying every bone, every chakra point in his, slowly rendering his arms useless. Don't think you won yet. Hashirama and Tobirama must have finished playing around by now. Come here, you two, Orochimaru said, smirking as heard footsteps coming towards them. Sorry to burst your bubbles, Orochimaru, but you might want to look back, Naruto said, smiling. Orochimaru turned his head and was shocked. The brats had taken the first and second Hokages. They're this strong, they belong at my side. He thought you two defeated them? You guys have so much potential that's being wasted by this leader of yours. Come with me, I'll make you reach past your limits. Your spy Kabuto tried that already, Orochimaru, that is before he died, Naruto said, making Orochimaru's eyes wide. And they disposed of Kabuto? How did he come into contact with these guys? No matter, I'll get a new one easily. Well, Orochimaru, I'm feeling generous. I'll make a deal. Give me the Kusanagi, and I won't kill you, Naruto said, sounding serious. Do you really think I'll hand my blade over? No, I have to escape and get my arm fixed first. I can always take it back later. It shouldn't be too hard to find him. Fine here, Orochimaru said as he threw the blade at Naruto. Good, thanks. As promised, I won't kill you. They will, Naruto said, smirking. What? Orochimaru managed to say as he felt a hole just below his heart. I miss you, Yura said. Don't, several of his veins are toast. He's dead in 543 210, Naruto said as Orochimaru fell on the ground dead. Well, good work guys, your speed was great, but your aim needs more work, huh? I'll go through the next part of the plan after we're done cleaning the small fries, Naruto said as he turned to turn the invisible barrier that he had set up around the roof. He was just about to jump off when, wait, they heard the Sandaime voice from behind them, so they turned around to face him. I thank you for all that you've done, but may I ask who you are? He said in a grateful voice. To tell the truth, he was ready to die in the fight against Orochimaru. Old man, I'm gone for 1 year and 6 months and you've already forgotten about me, Naruto said, confusing the old man. This was of course known by Naruto, as in the old man's eyes he had never left. Here, let me show you, Naruto said, removing his hood, revealing Naruto, and suddenly the old man's mouth fell as he flashed back the fight with Orochimaru with every last detail. Naruto, how did you? He started. Not now, old man, there are still small fries running around, Naruto said as they left without another word, leaving the old man alone by the remains of Orochimaru. Soon two Umbu in the area saw the old man standing near the remains of the traitor Sannin, and ran towards the Hokage, waking the old man up from the million thoughts that he was going through. Hokage-sama, are you alright? Falcon said. Yes, take the remains of Orochimaru and make sure that you burn it, the old man said, trying to be sure that it was the last time he would see the traitor Sannin. The two said, as they took the remains and shined away. Better see the condition of the village, the old man thought as he took off as well. The Jonin senseis. That's the main streets done, Kakashi called out. Good, let's check the surroundings, see if everyone has been evacuated, Asuma said as Guy and Kurenai appeared. All clear over there, they informed. The four Jonin started to jump around the roofs, checking the area for any intruders or survivors, but as of yet they only encountered dead people while being attacked every now and then when they saw 7 Narutos fighting some Odenins and decided to help. Naruto, what are you doing here? I thought you lead Gaara out of the stadium, Kakashi said as knocked an enemy kneeling down. He did. We were told to protect the ramen stand from any form of destruction, the clones informed their captain sensei, making Kakashi and the others except Guy sweat drop. He really has an addiction to ramen, don't they? While Guy shouted, Yash, such youthfulness to protect the village. I'll run 500 laps around the village after the war is over, making everyone's sweat drop again. In the forest. Hey there, my clone, Naruto greeted his blood clone who was resting by a tree with 15 Umbu-root bodies lying near, all of them dead. Naruto-sama, I have bad news. Danzo might have gotten wind of your connections with snakes due to carelessness. The clone apologized after he told the story of how he summoned Senshi and the Umbu-roots that might have seen him. Great, another one I have to deal with. You go help the others with the small fray and report to me after the war, Naruto said as he took off towards Danzo's base, which was recorded in the files Orochimaru had at the base, and the reports the spy snakes bought him over the years. Well, rest time's over. Oh well, can't really complain. I had a lot of fun today, the clone said as he took off as well. with Danzo in his underground secret base. Danzo was currently sitting in his chair in the office that he had made. He was currently waiting for the war to get over and summon the council, saying how their Hokage was too weak to lead them, and with the fools of the civilian council plus the other elders he would get himself the Hokage's chair. That is if the old fools survived Orochimaru, that is. Number 52. What is it? Danzo called out as he saw the said man leaning in front of him. Danzo-sama, our plans have met an unexpected turn. The Hokage survived and the Orochimaru is no more. Even the Ichibi was defeated, the Root reported emotionlessly. This shocked the Warhawk. Not only was Orochimaru dead even after the jutsu for which he himself provided the DNA, the Ichibi was defeated, meaning there was something wrong. How did Orochimaru die? He asked. We don't know. We sent some Roots to spy on the fight, but they were unable to watch due to a privacy barrier of very high class, the drone informed. I see, so Jiraiya must have fought alongside the fool, the hawk said. No sir, Jiraiya the Sannin was protecting the eastern borders at the time. Several Root have confirmed this, the drone said once again. It's fine, I'll make him tell me at the council meeting. What of the Ichibi, how was he defeated, he asked. We don't know sir. We sent a platoon to investigate but they all died, the drone said, shocking the hawk. He was about to say something when he saw the door open and a hooded figure walk inside casually like he owned the place. Hey, you can't be he gawk, the drone said as he was killed. Might I know the reason for what you just did to my Umbu before I decide to execute you for your crimes, Danzo asked calmly. There were a lot. Where they came from. What do you mean your Umbu? I thought the Root was disbanded, so you can't really have me punished for killing a person that shouldn't exist, the hooded figure said. Good point, but they don't exist in the village's eyes, but in my eyes they do. And they can hurt you very badly, Danzo said. You know what, call them. I'd like to see these people myself, the figure stated. Why tell me to call the Root here? It's suicide unless he's making an opening for others to sneak in. Nice plan boy, but not good enough. Why call them? I needed to stretch my legs anyway. Want to take this to the training area? I don't want to make the office dirty, Danzo said casually, leading the hooded figure to the training area. Well, let's begin, the hooded one said, but stopped when Danzo held up his hand telling him to wait. Danzo then pulled his right arm out of the long sleeve and begins to open the bolts manually. Hey, could you fasten up? I need to do other stuff too, you know, the figure said impatiently. Danzo remained quiet. He was having a very bad feeling. He was unable to sense any of his Root members in the area, meaning that in an escape situation he would have a very hard time. Okay fine, I'll wait, but not without a price. Snake fist. Hands of the thieving snake. The hooded figure ran towards a Danzo and picked out Danzo's right eye that was hiding. Sure sway. Uchiha's Mangekyo Sharingan. What's this? I picked out a Sharingan. Him might be useful. I'll keep it, thanks, the figure said, making Danzo angry. This brat, how did he know about that? I wait, does he know about the others or even their abilities? Damn it, you shouldn't have done that, brat. Root, Danzo said as it echoed through the base. Right about that, the Root have been dealt with. You're the only loose end left, he said. What? You, who are you? Danzo shouted in rage. Now Danzo, did you really forget about the boy you wanted to control? Naruto said, removing his hood. You, but how did you? Danzo started grow so strong. And Naruto finished. I found the traitor Sannin's hideout and learned they're okay. I know all about your dealings with him, the eyes you implanted and even the first DNA you injected in yourself. What your plans for me and Konoha were, and I'm sorry, but you'll have to die. Whirlpool sword. Third stance moon cutter, Naruto said as he disappeared, making Danzo rush for the last bolt when Naruto appeared behind him a few steps apart, his sword drawn and covered in the blood of every Root Umbu Danzo had in the base, and most recently Danzo's own. Danzo had stopped halfway through the last bolt. No, he had already died halfway through the last bolt. Slowly his head fell to the ground, followed by his body as well. Finally, to see if you got anything useful, but first Shadow Clone Jutsu. The four of you go take Danzo's body to the base. We may have further need for him. The rest of you go check around the base for anything good and take them to our base. Make sure no one sees you, he said as 4 clones left with Danzo, and 20 clones started to examine the base. Now let's join the cleanup party, shall we? Naruto said to Kurama. As if I'd join you in beating a bunch of weaklings. I have my pride, fool, Kurama said. Yeah, I know. I've been with you for years, you know, he said, receiving silence as his answer. Retreat, Baki shouted to the Sannins near the border as they saw the Hokage joining the fight. There's only one way. He made it here, meaning the Kazekage is dead, he thought as he retreated with the small army of Sannins remaining. Sound retreat. Orochimaru-sama was killed. Another voice making the army of sound retreat as well. So it's finally over. Damn it, what am I going to do about Naruto? Jiraiya needs to know, but Naruto does not trust him. I'll have to speak with him first thing after the funerals. We have one voice. The old man, making the shinobi from Konoha, began to cheer. Meanwhile, thank you for your help, Gaara said calmly. You really did a 360 change, huh? Fu said. Shikaku was very well, he was an ass, Gaara said again. So Gaara, what do you think about the offer? Naruto's blood clone said. I'll help any way I can, but I'll help from my village, Gaara said with determination. Hi, thank you, Gaara-san, Yura said. Well, I'll take my leave. Temari would be worried sick, Gaara said, turning around to leave. Gaara, here is your training regimen, the real Naruto said, working in the base. Why do I need a regimen? He asked, confused. To fully control the chakra the Shikaka left you and grow strong enough to protect those you find dear. Which I'm sure you'll find soon enough, Gaara, Naruto said with a smile, receiving a smile and a nod from Gaara before he took off. So how was his regimen? You know, what areas are you making him work on? Taijutsu and ninjutsu. His Tai is very weak and needs heavy work, and his sand will also need work. He needs to be able to use the whole desert as his weapon before he's done. Next is wind and earth. Unless he masters them, his training won't be over, Naruto said casually. That will take some time. Did you give him the shadow clone technique, he asked. Yes, I need him to finish them in the next 3 years. Same for the others, we'll need to find them this year if they want enough time to train, he said. We have our work cut out for us, don't we, Yura said. Yeah, you guys wait here and I'll go to the funeral. There is one person that died that I want to visit, Naruto said, turning to leave. At the funeral, rain was falling heavily. The funeral was held for all the ninjas that had lost their life because of the war. In front was the Hokage mourning the death of his fallen shinobi, and Kunoichi. There were various people behind him, parents that had lost their child or even children, people that lost their friends, comrades, wives, husbands, girlfriends and boyfriends. The rain was hiding most of the people's tears, but there were few that was crying wholeheartedly. The people dedicated a moment of silence to the fallen, and started to leave flowers in front of the photos of the person they were here to meet. Slowly, one by one, people started to leave, leaving 2 people there, Naruto, who had been there for quite some time, and the Hokage. Naruto, you here to visit the dead? The old man said, not turning around. Just one, a friend, Naruto said, still holding the flower in his hand. You're not going to keep that flower while I'm here, are you? He said. Not receiving an answer, he decided to leave Naruto alone for a while. The Hokage was walking down the stairs of the Hokage Tower as the funeral was held in the garden on the top of it. He got down and was about to go towards the office when he saw Kakashi coming through the front door. Kakashi, is something wrong? The old man said. Hokage-sama, I was wondering about the promotions of the chunin exams, he said, trying to see if Naruto had been promoted, as then it would be much harder to make it up to him. Kakashi, is there a specific person that you're trying to know about, he asked. Naruto, the Jonin said. I have yet to decide, I'll inform you when I'm done, he said as he walked away. With Naruto. Naruto was currently remembering the first time he met Gekko Hate. He was at the time just starting training and had hit a tough spot with Kenjutsu. He had Senshi to help him with everything else, and the Hokage had taught him the basics of ninjutsu, but Kenjutsu was a lot difficult. He needed help, but who could he trust? He saw Gekko practicing his Kenjutsu that day, and Gekko saw him spying after Naruto told him that he wanted to learn Kenjutsu. Gekko was the one that showed him the basics and fixed the mistakes in Naruto's stance. Though they hardly met after that, they did wave or say hello to each other every time they saw each other, and was the first person that accepted him. Naruto wiped a lone tear coming from his face and thought, Gekko-sensei, I'm sorry, I was too late. I came as soon as I sensed your chakra, but I was too late. You died before I got there. Naruto walked forward and put his flower near Gekko's face and prayed for his soul to be at peace, and turned to walk away only to see a purple-haired girl standing in front of him. You're here to pray to Hate? The woman asked, but Naruto ignored her and walked away. Chap 7. As much as I'd love to, I don't own Naruto, and sadly never will. Sage vs. Sage. Naruto walked forward and put his flower near Gekko's face and prayed for his soul to be at peace, and turned to walk away only to see a purple-haired girl standing behind him. Who? Che, I let my guard down, Naruto thought, but to sneak up on me she's good. You're here to pray to Hate? She said, wondering who the person in the hood was and why he was here praying for her boyfriend, ex-boyfriend. Hate's death had hit her very hard. He was with her since they were kids. Hate had always had a weak body and was suffering from an incurable illness since birth, though they did not know about this till much later. Hate had taken care of her, trained with her, and helped her through when her sensei Kushina had passed away. He was always concerned about her health, and always said that they would take the next step when he's cured. But a few years ago, Hate went to the best doctor in all of Fire Country at the moment, and found out that the illness he was suffering from was incurable, and had a chance that it may be passed down to his children. Hate took a few weeks off and searched of Tsunade with the help of the toad Sannin, and got the exact same answer. This was the day Hate had almost broke up from her, but she managed to convince him against it. After all, he was all she had all her life, and now she was all alone, destined to die alone. She knows Gekko-senpai? No, I can't reveal myself until I talk to the old man, he thought as he ignored her, and walked towards the exit, which confused her. Why is he not answering? And that hood, he's suspicious. Wait, who are you and what are you doing here? Talk or I'll have to use force, the girl said. Naruto, not in the mood to fight, just wind, walked out of there, shocking the girl. He's fast, damn it, I'll have to report to the Hokage. As she started to walk off, but paused and looked towards the picture of Gekko. I'll visit you later, Gekko, she thought as she shot off. With the Hokage in the Hokage's office, the Hokage was finishing the last of his paperwork as he was in a hurry, and had told the secretary to only bring paperworks that were urgent, which was still a huge bundle, as the invasion had caused a huge amount of damage to the village, and there was something bothering him. Danzo was found dead inside of his house, which 3 people found very suspicious. The first one was Hamura Mitokado, second was Koharu Yuditane, these 2 were the remaining elders of the Leaf, and the last was the Hokage himself. These 3 were very suspicious, as none of the 3 believed Danzo had grown so weak to lose to some weak chunins from Oto. In addition, the old man knew about the root umbu that he was still running secretly, but sadly he had no proof of. The problem with Danzo's death was that 3 of them agreed that something was up, but the council from either did not, as they did not believe that Danzo was that strong anymore, so they were unable to do a better investigation. He broke himself out of his thoughts when Cat Umbu appeared in front of him. Cat, I thought you were on leave. Is something wrong? The old man asked. He had given Cat a leave so that she could get over Gekko's death, and was a little shocked to see her in full combat suit in front of him. Hokage-sama, I found a suspicious character by the funeral a few minutes ago. I thought he was just a person there to give his respects to someone, but when I confronted him he ran away at unbelievable speeds, reported Cat. Must have been Naruto. I really need to talk to him though, the old man before saying Yugao, it's fine, he's just not a social kind of person, but you should really be at home. I know how hard it must have been for you, the old man said. I'm sorry Hokage-sama, but my house reminds me of him, and I want it to be occupied for now, she said. Running from your problems is never the option, Yugao. Unless you face it you can never move on, the old man advised. Yugao seemed to be about to say something when they heard knocking and voices on the other side of the door come in, the old man said as he saw Naruto walking in. Am I late? He asked. No, you're just on time. Yugao, cat, please go get Jiraiya for me, tell him it's time for the meeting, the old man said as Cat nodded, and she left. Sit down for a bit, we'll start after Jiraiya gets here, the old man said. Do we really need him, old man? You know how much I dislike him, Naruto asked. I do. But he has the right to know Naruto now if you will, he said as Naruto sat down. The old man got back to finishing the last of his paperwork so that he was free after, and Naruto was trying to sense Jiraiya in the approaching, which he seems to be doing at a very quick speed. Well, it was a very important meeting after all. I'm here, Jiraiya as jumped in from the window. Good, please leave us alone for a bit, said the old man quickly activating a privacy seal. Now Naruto, mind telling us how you got this strong, and who those two people are, the old man said. Okay, I'll tell you about the story but not about my companions, you'll just have to trust me. Trust? Did you trust us enough to tell us any of this, Jiraiya said a little mad. Where were you when it happened? No, you were too busy avoiding me, so don't talk about telling you anything, I don't even want you here, said Naruto angry at Jiraiya. That enough, you two, Naruto, tell us the story and we'll decide if we can trust you, said the old man. Fine, he said before telling them all about what happened when he was 6 and how he met Senshi, and the way he started to get strong. Of course he may have omitted some points like that he was Yari, that he sealed Sasuke's Sharingan, and that he has created a personal curse seal. So you mean you've achieved Sage Mode? That insane, you have to train for years to achieve Sage Mode, said Jiraiya, not believing Naruto. Really? Then how about a challenge? You and me in the chunin arena at noon tomorrow. No one holds back. If I win I become the Night-Aim Snake Sannin of Konoha, and if I lose I'll forgive you and you'll have every right of a godfather, Naruto said confidently. Kid, you may have gotten Orochimaru's jutsus, but there is no way you can beat me, the pervert said, mocking him. I've beaten one of the Sannin, let's see if I can add one more, shall we? Naruto said again. In this whole time the old man Hokage was quiet. One side, this challenge could allow him to judge Naruto's true powers, as Orochimaru might have been a Sannin, but during the invasion he was only half as strong as he had lost his snakes. But on the other hand, how would the people react to Naruto being this strong so suddenly? There's bound to be questions to come if this continues, but this was a very good opportunity to show all the nations that the leaf was still strong. Fine, Naruto, tomorrow at 1200 hours at the Chunin Exam Stadium it will be a grand match. All the daimyos are still here. We'll announce a match to celebrate our victory between the Toad Sannin of Konoha and the new Snake Sannin of Konoha. But know this, your title will only be official if you beat Jiraiya, said the Hokage, making the other two smile. This is going to be fun, thought the two. Great, old man. But if I do become the new Snake Sannin I'll be taking my father and mother's name and inheritance. Okay, said Naruto, making Jiraiya and the old man's eyes widen. When did you? They asked. When I was 8 I saw the Yondame's picture and wondered why we have such similar body structure and facial similarities, and then it hit me that he was my father. And I found about my mother when I was 7. I heard Samambu taking about the sword legend Kushina Uzumaki that was as good as any of the second generation 7 swordsmen of the mist, or maybe even better, said Naruto. Sign, I guess you were too smart for us to hide it from you, said the tired old man. But yes you will, he said, making Naruto nod and walk away. Later that day, the word of the battle spread like fire throughout the whole fire country of the new Snake Sannin. Many asked Anko if she was the challenger but received a no for the answer. Anko herself had asked the snakes and the Hokage for who the person was but received secret as an answer. Many people were chatting about this, as well as the 4 Jonins, Kakashi, Kurenai, Asuma and Guy were few of the people that had asked Anko and Hokage as well but was let down now. The 5 of them including Anko was found in a ninja's only bar run by a retired Jonin. So any news about who this guy is, Asuma asked Kurenai. Not really, I asked Dad but he wouldn't budge. Though he really looked like he was looking forward to it, he said. Which means he expects a very good fight. A nice move though to show that we are still strong. I heard the daimyos that were about to leave are staying for the match as well, though they're making sure this time their safety was more secure, said Kakashi. Yash, I can't wait for this youthful match, Guy added. Guy, did the doctors say anything about Lee, asked Kurenai. Not yet, but don't worry, Lee will make it through. He has the power of youth by his side, said Guy after a moment of silence. Hey Yugao, come sit, Anko shouted when she saw Yugao walking into the bar. Hey Anko, what are you guys doing here at this hour, she asked, walking towards them. We're talking about the match tomorrow, she said, point her at an empty chair. Yeah, well, I think I saw him today, she told, shocked the others. What, we've been trying to find out who he is for a good part of the whole day. You have to tell us, come on, said Anko. Well, I didn't see his face, he was wearing a black hood and he is definitely faster than most of us. I don't know about Guy, she said, making Anko smile. Great, this is going to be fun. Come on Yugao, join us for a drink, she said. Well, I was hoping to drink, as she started but stopped when she saw Anko's angry expression. You need to move on, come on, let's have some fun, you know he'd want that for you too, she said, making Yugao give a sad smile before nodding. At the arena the next day, the arena was filled with civilians and spies from many different countries and the daimyos who were very shocked by this event so close after the invasion it was like they weren't even affected. There was a lot of take about who would win in the arena. Was it the Toad Sannin, who seemed to be 50, or a boy in his teens? By his height he seemed to be about 16 years old, but they were unable to tell due to the hood. Most people present was planning to bet on Jiraiya to be safe. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to this celebration event I've kept to compensate for your troubles at the chunin exams and also to introduce a new Sannin into our ranks. Now I would like to present Jiraiya, the Toad Sannin and sage of the Mount Myoboku and next new Snake Sannin. He started his journey by just stumbling onto one of Orochimaru's bases, and he has Achi, killer of Orochimaru and sage of the Ryuchi cave, said the old man, causing the crowd to start taking about the match. Kona has another sage. This is bad, was the collective though of the spies. A sage man, so not only did he took out Orochimaru, he's a sage as well. This match is getting better even before beginning, said Enko. Yeah, but the Hokage did not mention his name. Kind of makes me wonder who it is, said Kakashi, getting a nod from the others. A sage? HMPF, there's no way that a sage could be as strong as a true Uchiha, thought Sasuke. Yes, a sage, there's an old saying. Only an Uchiha can beat an Uchiha. Only a Senju could beat a Senju, and only a sage can defeat a sage, and in a battle between them there is no one that can tell who may win, said the Hokage, making the crowd even more excited. What, that much power? If I had it I'll still have a chance to defeat Itachi, thought Sasuke. Contestants ready. Begin, said Ginma, who was the proctor again. I should get to a safe distance, these guys are war machines, thought Ginma. Wind release. Vacuum sphere, Naruto said as he exhaled spheres of wind at Jiraiya, who jumped out of the way. Wind, looks like you're at a disadvantage. Fire release. Great fireball jutsu, he said, sending a fireball twice the size of Sasuke's. Wind release. Slash, Naruto said, sending a wave of wind that went through the fireball like butter, making Jiraiya jump again. Elemental advantage is meaningless at this level, don't you think? Naruto said with a smirk. Che, I underestimated him. Earth release. Mud dragon jutsu, he said, sending a huge mud dragon towards Naruto. Earth release. Earth snakes valley. They are different from earth snakes. These are simple attacking type, Naruto said as he stomped his foot as 20 snakes made of stone came out of the ground and attacked the dragon and Jiraiya, who was shocked by the jutsu. Should I have to do something, he thought before he said earth release. Protective earth dome x3, making a 3-layered earth dome around him just in time to avoid the to be saved from the snakes. When the jutsu had ended, the 3-layered dome had only 1 layer left, one more and I would have got hit. 2 elements and he's proficient in both of them, Jiraiya thought. Take this. Fire release. Flame bullets, he said as he fired multiple bullets at Naruto. Fire release. Fire dragon flame bullet, Naruto said, shooting out a huge stream of fire that took out Jiraiya's bullets easily and headed towards Jiraiya, who was forced to use earth release. Earth wall to save himself. 3, you have to be kidding me. Not only that, he's been using high-level jutsus all this time, and he's not even winded. You're good at ninjutsu, Naruto, but are you good at taijutsu, he thought. Naruto, let's switch to taijutsu, shall we? The audience must be getting bored from all the ninjutsus, he said, receiving a nod from Naruto before he said, yeah, I really don't fight with taijutsu a lot, but I can't always use chakra techniques, can I? Good, Jiraiya said before he rushed towards Naruto at high jonin speed, trying to test him first though, since Naruto spent a lot of time of the learning and gaining experience. He was quite familiar with what Jiraiya was trying to do, so he played along using Tai at half as he unsealed the 4 limbs waiting seal. As I thought you aren't that good at taijutsu, high jonin at best, Jiraiya said, jumping back only to hear Naruto laughing. You really are cocky. 4 limbs waiting seal release, said Naruto, shocking Jiraiya. Waiting seals, shit, I've got to stop underestimating him, he thought as he suddenly saw Naruto appear in front of him in a flash of speed. Hazardous whirlpool as he delivered a series of fast and deadly punches at Jiraiya, who dodged most but got hit by a few of the hits, pushing him back. That's a surprise. How'd you block so many attacks? Asked a little shocked. You forget you're not the only person I met that uses that style. Heck, that was the most used against me when I tried to peep while Kushina was at the hot springs. But there's no way I'm telling him that, he thought. So this is going to be harder than I thought. Not only does he know about the snake style, it seems he knows about the whirlpool taijutsu as well. This is going to be more fun than I thought. Good for you, he said before using wind walk. When he uses this jutsu, just imagine Nightcrawler's teleportation in the X-Men movie to appear behind Jiraiya. Fist of the Great White Snake, he said, sending Jiraiya flying. What in the world was that? Was the collective thought of most of the people present in the arena, including Jiraiya. In the audience, Kakashi and friends. What was that? Asked a shocked Kurenai. Whatever it was, it's quite advanced. That speed is faster than Guy in the 4th gate release form, said Kakashi, who had his Sharingan activated but was unable to copy or see the person's chakra flow or anything about him. He was lucky the other eye was able to catch it. What is going on here? Could it be that this guy found a way to evade being copied by the Sharingan? But that would need a lot of knowledge on the Sharingan. Could he have found info on it in the base? Then there's a possibility that he could help Sasuke. He just wants to see his students reach their full potential. Who do you think would be faster, me or him? Guy said seriously. Guy, you're not serious. Asuma said, he's a sage. All your speed would be useless, he advised, which was heard by Sasuke. Sensei, I want to be a sage, Sasuke said. Good for you, Sasuke said Kakashi. He knew that was not a dream but an order. I want your help, he said, getting irritated. Well, sorry Sasuke, I'm not a sage, and you can't force anyone to teach you anything, he said. Of course I can, I'm an Uchiha, Sasuke said, puffing his chest out. Sasuke Uchiha, I will not be teaching you anything till you learn to keep your pride in check. And what have you done that you are so proud of? I don't remember you doing anything worth mentioning, Kakashi said, getting pissed, making the other jonins look up from the match. What uchihas were Sasuke started, but Kakashi interrupted. Not the uchiha. Sasuke, you what have you done? I'm an uchiha and any he started again, but Kakashi interrupts. To be an uchiha one needs to achieve 2 things Sasuke: 1 fire release, fireball, and 2 the Sharingan. So you are not an uchiha yet. I'll ask you again, what have you done to be this prideful? Kakashi said, making Sasuke actually think about it for the first time right now. Sasuke, you are the brat that will sooner or later get himself killed due to being simple-minded and arrogant, just what Itachi wanted you to be, he said, making Sasuke's head go blank. Was he really overestimating himself for being an uchiha? No, he was not even an uchiha yet. But then who was he? What had he done to deserve to live with his head up? Nothing. Itachi, is this really what you meant? I'm useless. You knew about how I would react and made my life into your personal entertainment zone. Not anymore. I will prove you wrong. I won't be useless. I will do what no uchiha has done before. I will be Hokage. He thought, sorry sensei, I was wrong. I will correct my mistakes. I'm not an uchiha yet, but even if I never am able to become one, I'll do some good. I'll make friends. I'll have allies and he will be alone. Be the one to pity his life, Sasuke said as he walked off. Go have a seat. Well, I guess that solves the arrogance, Kakashi said, shocked that it was so easy. In the arena, that's quite a jutsu. Whose is it? Jiraiya asked, but he had an idea about it, as he had never heard the name before. My Naruto said as he disappeared and appeared midair, kicking him to the left side, sending him flying before going poof, revealing to be a shadow clone, shocking Naruto. When did he thought as he sensed him a few feet away, hiding underground. Too late, Jiraiya said. Earth release. Twin earth pillars, as 2 pillars came out of the ground and hit Naruto, sending him flying. As soon as Naruto fell back to the ground, he stood back up, not wanting to give him any more advantages. He got back up that fast. He's got great pain tolerance, thought the village shinobi council, elders, the old man and the toad Sannin. Now that the council has been mentioned, they were not really okay for the challenge. There were too many things that the old man told was a secret. They tried the best they could, but with Danzo, the political mastermind, dead, the civilian council's powers were rapidly falling. The elders and the shinobi council was not really against the challenge, but the secrecy of the challenger. The only answer they got was that their questions will be answered after the challenge. But coming here and seeing the skills of this man, they were quite impressed, except Shikaku, who was sleeping, of course. That hurt like hell, you old pervert, Naruto said as he unsealed his blades Samehada and Kusanagi. Come now, I thought you were trying to become a Sannin, but I must say those swords are quite something. I didn't know you were able to get your hands on the Kusanagi, said Jiraiya. Oh, there are so many surprises I have in store for you, my dear godfather, he said so sweetly that Jiraiya felt chills run down his spine. Damn, the brat can be intimidating when he wants to be. Can't let my guard down with him. Earth release. Twin blades of the earth, Jiraiya said, summoning 2 original Samehada-shaped swords from the ground. Shall we? Gladly, Naruto said as he ran towards Jiraiya. Whirlpool sword. 9th stance, twin flare, he said as both the blades started to burn as he strikes Jiraiya downward, only to have Jiraiya put both his blades in front of him defensively. That's some blades to think it withstood my sword, said Naruto. That's not all they can do, Jiraiya said with a smirk as chakra started steaming out of the small holes in the blades, and he threw Naruto away easily. Wow, you a man of many skills, but Kenjutsu is mine, he said, shifting into a stance which mostly consisted putting one leg ahead, bending a bit, and putting both over the opposite shoulder, holding them in an X position, and started to put wind chakra into each of the blades. Seems like you want to finish this quickly. Well, that can be arranged, Jiraiya said as he put the swords down, and it touched the ground and started to put chakra through the sword and into the ground, slowly covering the ground around him and below in his chakra so that he could use this technique. Ready when you are, Naruto, Jiraiya said. Me too, let's begin in 3:21 now, Naruto said, but did not move. On the other hand, Jiraiya had survived this Earth Blade's graveyard as he took his hands of the blades to show that it was glued to the ground and went through some hand signs. Earth release. Earth wall, he said as a wall of earth came up just when it stopped. Blades made of earth of all shape and sizes started shoot everywhere. Nice, but mine's much better. Whirlpool wind. Final X, said Naruto with a smirk and launched his attack, sending an almost invisible wind that sliced through the earth blades like butter. On the other side of the wall, Jiraiya was not well. He had launched an attack that could have killed Naruto, and in return he just watched, but that was before he heard those words. That attack's name made his blood run cold. Flashback. Kushina, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be getting ready? You know it's your special day, right? Or are you having second thoughts? Said the Sannin. You received a punch to the face as a result. There's no way I'll miss today for the world. Get me, you pervert, Kushina said. That's much better. Now what's got you so down? He asked. Well, I'm kind of missing Dad, she said quietly. I never knew my mother, just my father, and me. He had a lot of dreams about my marriage. He would save money for it since I was a toddler. And now that I'm getting married, she said before she started crying into Jiraiya's shoulder. It's okay, Kushina, I'm sure he'll be happy to see you with Minato. He tried to comfort her. You're right, Minato would have the test anyway, said Kushina. What test? He asked. Well, my father said anyone who wants to marry me would have to go through his strongest jutsu, the whirlpool wind. Final X, and believe me, I've seen it slicing through mountains like butter, she said, smiling a little. Then it's a good thing he didn't, or your father would serve him with bread in the morning, he joked as they started laughing. And flashback. This is bad, I don't want to be butter, he thought, no choice, as he quickly summoned Ma and Pa. I need sage mode, hurry, he said as they jumped up to their summoner's shoulder and started to gather sage mode as fast as they could. They were a little confused, this really seemed like an emergency. That was when they saw the earth wall being sliced through and hitting Jiraiya just enough to pierce the flesh, creating an X mark on his chest. If we had raised just a little less, that would have been serious, thought the two small elders. Jiraiya, what's going on? Asked Pa. I'm fighting my godson, he said. Wait, Minato's boy. What's going on? Said Pa. We are in the middle of a challenge that I have to win, no matter what, he said. What do you mean you have to, Ma asked. I'll explain it to you two later, he said as he fully entered Sage mode. Well, for you to enter the Sage mode I must be good, Naruto said as he revealed also to be in the Sage mode. With the councils and Hokage, they've entered the Sage mode, said the old man. With the use of those levels he's already at Sannin level, low to mid most likely, said Hayashi Hyuga. Not really, he's yet to use any Sage techniques, and I get the feeling Jiraiya was holding back, but the other one has been too, said Shikaku Nara, who couldn't sleep due to all the noise. I have to agree, thought this is an important match. They are holding back. That sword attack could have been faster and stronger. He held back a lot, and that's without the timing. He was waiting till he had a defense. Shibi Aburame analyzed, getting nods from Inoichi Yamanaka and Choza Akimichi. But this battle really is something. With the amount of spies we let in, the other nations wouldn't dare attack, said Sam Inuzuka. That's okay, but I hope you don't forget about the answers you said we'd receive, Hokage-sama, said Koharu. Hokage-sama, we would like to propose him being put on the CRA, said a merchant. No, the old man said very seriously. Why, Hiruzen that kind of power? If he teaches his children the Sage mode, will have a strong clan, said Koharu. He said he'd leave the village at the first sign of CRA, and I agreed we needed him at this time, not the children, he said as he received nods from the elders. Shinobi Council and reluctantly the Civilian Council, they were having a very hard time with all the invasion. The villagers were losing their trust in them, and almost came to a re-election of with the contestants. You really going to do this? A battle of sages, Jiraiya said as he looked at the destruction that was done to the stadium. Of course I am. We do have an audience to please, said Naruto. Fine, you asked for it, the pervert said as he dashed towards Naruto, getting into a taijutsu battle once more, with both of them having few hits on each other every now and then. But the ground around them was being destroyed by every blow, if the hit connected or not. Well, wait a minute, wait, Jiraiya said, backing up a bit, making Naruto a little confused but not letting his guard down. What's going on? Why does his punch hurt so much? Asked Jiraiya. He's mastered the Sage mode, Jiraiya. You haven't. There is bound to be a difference, said Ma. Shit, so I'm at a heavy disadvantage. Well, yes and no, said Pa before continuing. You see, he'll run out of nature chakra soon. You won't, but as you said, he has a stronger abilities, making Jiraiya smirk. That's good and all, but you do know I'm right here, right? Naruto said as he sent Jiraiya flying. Gawk. Damn brat, that hurts, said the pervert, but you're losing power, I can feel it. Shit, he's right, damn it, what do? I don't have anything effective to use against the snake, and I can't use the cursed seal. No choice, the seals will have to do, Naruto thought as he used up the last of his Sage mode. Perfect, now you're mine, Jiraiya said, standing back up. I'm going to toy with you a bit, and then I'll finish it with style. Yeah, about that, no gravity X4, Naruto said as suddenly Jiraiya fell to the floor on one foot. What? What in the world was that? It's noticeably harder to move. What did he do? I'm sure I'd know if there's a seal on me. Confused, here, let me show you gravity X6. Gravity X2, he said as the whole stadium felt themselves getting heavier, and Jiraiya was on both his knees. The stadium? You put seals on the stadium? Shouted Jiraiya. No, I didn't. I don't have to, but by the looks on your face I don't think my mother did this, did she? He said. Is this a Uzumaki skill? Yes, I heard she was able to make chains, so I just thought she would be able to make seals as well, he said. Seals? Your mother was a master, Jiraiya said. Yes, but you know the Uzumaki main house had a bloodline, a very strong one at that chakra materialization. Most of them made chains like my mother, but few like my great-grandfather was able to materialize more than chains, said Naruto, confusing Jiraiya and the audience. Still don't get it. Fine, look up, he said as everyone looked up and saw seals, one small covering the area Jiraiya was in and a huge one covering the whole stadium. With the Jonins. That's impossible, such power over the seals, said Kakashi. He's better than Sensei. Sensei had a child, thought Yugao. With the spies. This is bad. With this power he could be SS class? Was the spies thought as they started to shit themselves. With the councils. Hokage-sama, she had a child? Koharu said. Yes, said the shocked Hokage. He needs to be in CRA, shouted Hamura. We can't, he made me sign a document that made sure of it, the old man said. Damn it, such power. We can't let it die with him, said Hamura. With Mei, Raiga, Ranmaru, Yagura and Fu. Amazing, said Ranmaru. Indeed, no wonder Yagura-san didn't stand a chance, said Mei. You really need to move on, you know, said Yagura. Says the guy that couldn't stop himself from being controlled. He was strong enough to control the Sanbai. I'm a person, he said. I know, it's just hard. Okay, she said, looking away. There were only few that knew that Yagura was still alive, Mei, Raiga, Ranmaru and Pakura, but none of them were able to forgive them as of yet. Back with Naruto and the others. I give, said Jiraiya. Great gravity X10, he said, send Jiraiya totally to the ground. That's for stealing my fun. Winner Ginma said as he came off from the audience benches but was interrupted by the Hokage. Winner Namikaze Uzumaki, Naruto, son of Kushina Uzumaki Namikaze and Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage, he announced, shocking every leaf shinobi in the arena. Naruto, seeing his full name being called, lowered his hood and took off his mask, reveling to be who he said he was. Good job, kid, and good luck being a Sannin, said Jiraiya. With Kakashi. Can't be Naruto is Sensei's, Kakashi thought before his brain went on about the similarities and everything. How did I miss that? They're almost copies and I neglected to teach him anything, he thought. With Yugao. Sensei's son survived. I thought he died. Don't worry, Sensei, I'll make sure he's safe with my life, thought Yugao, remembering the Kushina, the only mother-like person that she had in her life. With the councils. What are you talking about? That's the dead last, said a civilian. That was all an act, said the old man. Did you help him? Asked Koharu. No, he helped me in the invasion, said the old man. So he hid everything, he should be punished. A civilian. For what? For helping us. The old man said. As I thought. Now if you're done, I have some people to promote, said the old man as he shined to the ground. With the spies. The fourth had a son. They mumbled they were not having a good day. With Kona 12 including clone Naruto. How's that possible? You're right here, shouted Sakura. I'm a blood clone, the clone said. So how long since you switched? Asked Sasuke, shocked. Strange, I thought you'd be angry, but before the graduation, he said, with the contestants. Nice battle, Naruto, but did you forget to tell us everything? The old man said. Nope, but there is no way. I'll just head over all my secrets, right? Naruto said. Fine, I hereby promote you to a Sannin with all the right after 2 months probation, of course, he said. I can live with that, I guess, Naruto. Good, because you'll have an Umbu watching over you, said the old man. I'm not a kid, you know, he murmured. Okay, Chunin exam finals contestants, please come forward, he said as Sasuke, Choji and Niji came forward. Good, you all have shown excellent skills, and for that I promote all 3 of you to Chunin. Good work, and one more, though more his exceptional brains in the preliminaries. Shikamaru, I promote you to a Chunin, said the old man. What a drag, said Shikamaru before he was punched by the Yamanaka Ino for not knowing how lucky he was. In the meeting room. So when do I get the inheritance? Asked Naruto. Naruto, you'll receive your father's and mother's full inheritance today, and also the rent from the lands that had been held up due to their not being heads until now, said the old man. Hokage-sama, you can't be serious. That's 12 years of rent. I'll go bankrupt, said a merchant. He was in the possession of vast wealth due to the business of the lands of Uzumaki. It clearly states in the agreement that in an event of the owner's death the rent money should be saved up for 20 years' time, and if in that time no relative shows up the land becomes theirs. But it's only been 12, hasn't it, said the Hokage. How were we supposed to know, said the merchant. You were supposed to follow the contract. It's your fault. Naruto will have the right to seize the land and your business unless you pay 12 years rent in 1 month, which is 21,600,000 ryos, said the old man. But we don't know, started the merchant, but the Hokage stopped him. I have blood samples, marriage form, birth certificate, you name it. It all proves that he's their son, said the old man. So what kind of lands do I own? Naruto asked, curious of what his parents left for him. Okay, you have a bank account of total 2,310,000,000 ryo. You are 30% owner of Ichiraku Ramen and the land, Summer Leaf Orphanage, owner of Trans Leaf Resort and the land, and landlord of Grand Leaf Restaurant, Red Leaf Bar, and 30% of the market area from your mother's side. And from my father? Fuin Lessons Books, royalty of 12,000 a month, an account total of 1 billion ryo. 20% owner of Ichiraku Ramen and 10% of the market area, and owner of Daylight Family Home, an orphanage. That quite a lot, Naruto said calmly. Yeah, they spent a lot of money buying things, especially your father. He wanted to buy land so that you could do anything you wanted, whether civilian or ninja, the old man said, reminiscing old times. Well, now that that's done, we want Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze to sign a few agreements, said Koharu. What kind of agreements? The old man asked. You stay out of this, Hiruzen. We want him to sign up for the CRA. Not only is he the son of the Hokage, he's also the last of the Uzumaki, said Hamura. You really think I'll sign that? Said Naruto. It's either this or breeding program, said Koharu with a smirk. How about neither? If you didn't hear, I'm a Sannin. I do not take orders from you, and the papers the Hokage signed says he cannot make me do that either, said Naruto. Good, if there isn't anything else, this meeting is adjourned, the old man said as they left, leaving a defeated Hamura and Koharu. To think that Danzo's death, and suddenly the old fool seems to grow some backbone, said Koharu. Whatever the reason, Danzo's death has cost us a lot of the power we used to have, said Hamura. We need to get more power or Hiruzen will destroy Konoha, said Koharu, receiving a nod from Hamura. In the office. Is there something you want, Naruto? Yes, I want to tell you some things, but first could you, Naruto said, and Hiruzen nodded, sending the umbus away and activating the privacy seal. Now what's wrong? The old man asked. I am Yari Uzumaki, he said, shocking the old man. What? How did you become Yari? Well, Yari is the alias I used to roam out in Yuzu, and I caught the eye of IWA, and while searching for bounties I found Gato, and you know the rest, he said. So you're the Kiri's hero, said the old man. Yes, I've already talked about an alliance with them, said Naruto. Why take over Gato Corps? I needed a lot of money for the lands I'm buying, and I needed a transportation source for my seals, he said. You're the seal seller? The old pervert asked, and Naruto nodded. Why buy so much land in the nations? Why not set your business here, said the old man. Because it's just a cover for my real plan, said Naruto. And what might that be, he asked. I want to restart the root program, Naruto said, shocking the Hokage. Naruto, I can't allow that. Stealing the people's emotions and turning them into weapons is something I can't allow, said the aged Kage. Then we'll make it without that step, said Naruto. I won't steal their emotions, turn them into weapons, or anything that is against the Konoha law. And you'll be informed about it all the time, said Naruto. I'm fine, but the first sign of something wrong, and I'm shutting it down, said the Kage. Good, now the flares can burn brightly. The Kage asked. Well, I'm not naming them root, I'm naming them flare. Flares from the will of fire, said Naruto, for which the old fart smiled. I'll prepare the papers, he said, and I'll check out the quality of the orphanages I own. Oh, not yet, here, sign these. It's the papers to your inheritance, he said. Okay, thanks, old man, Naruto said as he signed and sped off. Summer Leaf Orphanage. This is it, huh? Excuse me, kid, mind telling me how this orphanage is? He asked a kid passing by. Well, it's good, the funds are running low, but everything else is good. People are kind and caring, said the boy. I see, so what are you going to become when you grow up, he asked. A farmer, he answered. I see, what do you want to become? A shinobi, he said. I see, thanks kid, he said as he walked in, so they're low on funds, quite expected really, since they are not being funded by my mother at the moment. The children are losing their childhood too soon, the playground is not in good conditions. There's a lot to do, he asked himself. Hello madam, are you the headmaster of this place? He asked the lady. Yes, is something wrong, she asked. No, I recently inherited this place, and it seems to be low on funds, is it? You're the new owner, please treat us well. And yes, we're having some funding trouble, she said. Well, don't worry, I'll make sure the children's dreams come true. There are some modifications, some educational programs, I'll be starting to help them achieve their dreams, said Naruto. Thank you, she said as her eyes grew teary. It's my pleasure, he said as he left. Later that day, Naruto was currently making some evening tea. He had just signed 2 huge checks for the 2 orphanages and was now waiting for the modifications and programs to start. He had noticed that an umbu was following him since he got out of the first orphanage, and had not left since. You know, you can come have some tea, he said to the umbu as he received no answer. I haven't mixed anything, you saw me making it, he said as an umbu with a cat mask showed herself. You know, I was not sure you would come down, but please sit, he said. Thanks, but I'm not allowed to take my mask off, she said. Oh well, but then why come down, he asked. Your mother was the one who taught me everything I knew, she said. Oh, he said, a little shocked at the sudden declaration. A bit of a shock? Think about the shock I got at the stadium. She was like a mother I never had, and I couldn't look after her son, she said sadly. Well, that's in the past. Come tell me some stories about her over some tea, Naruto said, gesturing towards a chair. You know, I still can't take my mask off, she said calmly. Oh well, worth a shot, he said, making Yugao smile. With clone Naruto. Hey guys, heading out, he said to Fu and Yagura. Yeah, we're in charge of freeing the prisoners from Orochimaru's prisons and try to add some to the new flares if we must, Yagura said. What, really? I want to come too, the clone said. No, we're taking Senshi, and we need you to guard the base. After we get back you'll be heading out too, you know, Fu said. I'm heading out where? He asked. Secret, Fu said, making the clone irritated. Well, at least we have Mei-san and Raiga. They left for Kiri already. They finished their dealings with the Hokage and left for Kiri an hour ago, Yagura said. What? The clone shouted. How much are things going to change while I'm training, he thought. In an unknown location. Toby was mad. He may be a good boy, but even he had limits. The Zetsu here in front of him had not just 1 but 2 bits of bad news, the loss of Ichibi, and the worst news. Orochimaru decided to hit the sack for good, meaning there was no way to get the Bijus back. Madara, you're getting too serious. We don't need all the tailed Bijus, said Pain. You stupid little idiot, you think I really see the world in your perspective. No, I will shape this world the way I like in my infinite Tsukuyumi. But how I can't remake the 10 tails without the 9 Bijus, but it seems that the Bijus are disappearing. Without a trace, are they even useful without the 9? No, even without the 10 tails they hold vast powers. I can use them on my side under my control, thought Obito Tobi Madara. Wanna be him, you're right, but it's really something we must be concerned about. Pain. At the rate they're disappearing they'd be gone by the time you're able to take the Bijus, he said. So should we capture them now? Pain asked. No, capturing them will be a pain. Pain, I want you to convince them that we are the side they belong to against the world that put a monster inside their bellies, he said with a smirk. So we are abandoning the extraction plan. Oh no, you are taking it wrong. I don't need the waste of spaces on my side. I want to keep an eye on them until you're ready to begin the extraction, Madara said. Chap 8. What, if Naruto summons manda chunin exams? And thanks for watching my video till the end. If you enjoyed this content, then do consider subscribing to my channel. And leave a like if you guys need the next part. Comment down, and thanks for watching the video, and see you guys in the next video.